Have you heard this, MJ?
No, I have not heard this yet. Hi.
Hi, love. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I saw this right before I came live. I heard this part and like maybe a minute after, and I was like, oh, well, I kind of wanted to touch on the Brat Norton stuff anyway. I do want to re-listen to your live and kind of go through a timeline because some of the things Brat was saying, I do feel like she said out of order or so the huge red flag for me was the fact that she had only been talking to Dot for like a few hours and she runs back to Steve to just be like, oh my God, I trust this person 1000%. You need to talk to him.
Right.
And then, later claims that Dot really, really wanted to talk to Steve. And I'm like, well, which happened first? Was it when you barely knew the individual and you hadn't vetted them, or after you had already told Steve? So I do want to re-listen to the live, but
yeah. And last night it wasn't supposed to be a debunking. It wasn't supposed to be, hey, let me take what you're saying and let me battle it versus this is her side of the story. Like I'll ask the question, she'll answer it. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to agree with it, but just giving her space. And because it's much different than like dropping the link and somebody coming up and no, I'm going to call you out on your crap versus she was a planned guest. And so I wasn't looking to debunk her or anything because I've already made, like the things I don't agree with very known. So it was more just about this is her side of things.
Right. And you have the proof that the messages aren't faked from Brat's side.
And I could go over, I can show that to you guys again if
well, or we'll just drop the link to your video. People can go there and check it out. They are definitely not faked at all. I've seen them too. So like I know they're not faked. And it's just wild that narrative is still continuing. But when I was scrolling through my timeline right before I hopped on my live, I saw Sonya's first video. And after I finished watching the one I just played, I saw this. And like I said, I only listened to about a minute of it. And I was like, wait, she says here, so Sleuthin has been trying to get Sonya to go against you?
She dropped this? Oh,
this is what
I've been biting my tongue. I didn't know she... Thank you. All right. These are things I've known about. And I've been sitting here biting my tongue because I don't know what she shared yet. So I will wait.
So you might have been hopping up when I was playing the first 17 seconds. That's what she says. And I didn't know this. You hadn't even told me that. I didn't know she's trying to get Sonya to go against you. So
because, if somebody tells me something in confidence, I'll keep my mouth shut. But I've been biting my tongue.
Heck. Okay, let's see here.
While I'm at it, a lot of mention of Crime Sleuthin was mentioned last night in the chat. Crime Sleuthin has been trying, aka Debbie, has been trying to get me to go against Melissa. I've been talking to Melissa behind the scenes for a few weeks, especially last year even. I had messaged her a couple times in regards to Brat. Now, Crime Sleuthin, I know she's not very well liked, and I basically told her how I felt today. She's been messaging me on my email. She tried to get me on a live a couple times. I declined respectfully because I don't like how... Well, she has a lot of beef with a lot of people. So I will not be entertaining that person whatsoever.
So I didn't know she had a lot of beef with a lot of people. This weekend there was a lot of beef that came out, but I didn't realize how deep this was.
Yeah, I mean, Sonya, I like Sonya, and she knows Sonya comes into my chats, and so when she saw that I was talking to Brat and potentially having Brat on, she immediately tried to get into Sonya's head and to turn her on me. And this is what I respect a lot about Sonya, is she does not like Brat, yet she trusted me enough to, just because I'm having a conversation with her, does not mean that I'm flipping to any side or anything. Like, I'm just trying to do my job as a creator and host all sides here. Right. And so it didn't work, Crime Sleuthin, but for somebody who cries victim, okay, and Sonya wasn't the only one you reached out to, was she? So for somebody who cries victim and cries that they just want to be left alone, it's a really shady move to reach out to other creators behind the scenes trying to sway them against me. What are you so nervous about?
Wow. Just because of this situation with Brat?
Yeah.
And these messages.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
And you know what? Like, at the end of the day, like, our channels, you know, like, are our business. We take a lot of pride in them. To try to sabotage that and to try to battle me and to try to pull my support privately, it's a real shady thing to do. But then you'll hear what she says publicly, which is, just leave me alone. I'm being attacked. Da 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 da. There's at least 3 people I know that you've reached out to. So cut the crap.
Wow. I'm not aware of any of that. I knew, like I said, this is all brand new. I've only seen up to this, I think a few seconds further in this video. So I don't even know what's in the rest of it. It's longer than the Brat one that she just did.
Good.
But I
can't wait.
I was shocked to hear she's trying to conspire with Sonya, although Sonya's like, I'm not taking the bait. But
well, and the most bizarre thing is, ready guys, Sonya, despite her feelings of Brat, always believed the messages are legit. So you're so desperate to turn her from, you know, like to turn her on me, that you're willing to reach out to her, try to get her on your panel, which that panel ended up being calling me out. So you were trying to get her on that panel. Little does she know you were talking shit about me so that it would cause issues between us. And she believes that they are legit. So it doesn't push your narrative of they're fake. So you're just going that far. Again, she's going that far out of her way for a personal issue with me and intertwining this case scenario with it. It's inappropriate.
Well, we had said that last time when we were kind of going through the leaked messages, debunking them the first time, and she had pointed to Sonya's video, and we're like, wait, Sonya doesn't Sonya believes the messages are real. So what's the push there? Because she believes they're real. Well, she knows they're real. She's seen, similar things. So I didn't understand why she was pointing to Sonya. Now it makes a little sense if she was contacting her in the background.
I like Sonya. So it's Melissa's teaming up with Brat. No, listen, like it wouldn't be right if on our platform we only had our own opinions, right? Like that, you have to. And again, I shouted out Bodhi Mogen last night because she dropped a video after my live and she's like, listen, it was constructive criticism, not being nasty. No, hey, listen, you're hosting Dot is a known liar. You're calling out Brat. Basically, these aren't her exact words, but you can't be confirmation bias. And you need to, if you're going to talk about this, you need to get all sides. And it's stuck in my mind. And she was right, because, and if anybody knows, that's the don't fuck with cats lady, and she comes into this channel all the time. I really like her.
In and out. She's a great gal. I do too.
Yeah.
Sonya, not Sonya. I was looking at her on the screen. Nunya. The fake Fed is in the fake cell block today. So I'm down in the man cave. So chilling with the cell block behind me. All right. Let's hear a little bit more from Sonya.
I messaged her just now because she messaged me last night. She's like, hey, how are you feeling about the MJ and Brat live tonight? What happened to you going on as a guest? I've been watching for that and saw she had Brat on. I'm disappointed because I had already told Shay and MJ a month ago that this crap hurt the Goncalves family. And here they are doing it again. Brat doesn't deserve any respect or belief or a platform, in my opinion. I agree with her with the fact that Brat doesn't deserve any respect or belief or a platform. Because I've always said Brat is the biggest troll, and I think Brat is the one that fabricated every single thing that has happened with the misinformation on the Idaho case. Okay, so I don't disagree with that part. I disagree with how she's talking about Melissa. And this is not the first time. She's been bashing Melissa since she's been in my inbox, in my email. But today I told her, finally, I said, I think you need to stop messaging me because I think it's quite obvious that I don't agree with what you put out and things that you say. Because I went on her community tab that she insists is fake messages from Brat and Steve. We all know that these messages are real. Anyways, I told her to stop messaging me because I did comment on her community tab this morning saying that she's ridiculous to try to debunk these messages because they are real. Sadly, they're real. Okay, so
I had seen that. I hadn't seen the community post. I'm gonna go look it up now. But I had seen. Remember, I had sent you because it was under her video where she links to Sonya, where she's debunking our debunking, and she links to Sonya and saying, see, go look at him here. And I was like, wait, Sonya doesn't think, or Sonya knows they're real, so what is she getting at here? And under there, it was weird because you could see it in, like, from the outside of the video, you could see there was a comment from Sonya. You could only see the first part of it, but when you go into the comment section, the comment wasn't there. And so she had deleted one of Sonya's messages, and I was like, what the crap? Let's see.
And she's talking back and forth between her alt and herself. Did you see that?
No, because I don't know what what's her alt?
The one under the community post that she's talking to.
Oh, the Stop the Grift. I believe
yes.
Steve, I watched part of the dumpster fire earlier. Brat Norton did nothing but use the excuse that she was naive and new and played dumb. But those of us who know, she's not dumb. She's a manipulative narcissist who inserted herself for clout. I mean, I can agree with part of that, but so, but there's no message here from.
Thank you.
Sonya.
I have her message. Do you want to know what it was?
Yes, I do.
Sure.
Or she might tell it, but.
Oh, okay.
So let's see if she tells it. If not, then I want to hear it though, because she just said there was one, but like it's gone.
It's because they are real. Sadly, they're real. Okay, so I don't agree with what Brat has done. I don't hate Brat per se. I don't agree with what she's done though. You know, I've always said, even in my YouTube video, I don't have any ill will for Brat or anything like that. What she did are mistakes. Does she own up to it? Like my previous video, I don't believe she does. She might say she feels horrible, but she has never said, I am so sorry, you guys. You know, there's always some excuse. Like last night, it was excuse after excuse. I'm new. I was a new creator. I didn't know better. No. Then
I agree with her here, because that did seem to be the theme of last night. A lot of excuses from Brat. Now, I don't know if as you guys delve into it more, maybe we'll get a better understanding of that, but it did feel like Brat was just throwing a lot of excuses at us, as, you know, because she's telling us her side of the story, but without the messages as context. Like, and that's the thing. If you pull the messages up, like she's saying, you know, she met Dot on this date and that's how she met I don't remember how Dot identifies, so I'm just gonna say them. But you met on that day.
I asked. They said he.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So how you met him on that day, which is literally hours before you send a message to Steve, and I felt like she kept kind of gliding past that question to her, like really that long, and I think that that's kind of where the focus in the chat was, like, all these people are hating on Brat. Like, no, we're just trying to get clarity. I don't know her to hate her, but I'm trying to understand the situation, trying to get to the truth of the situation.
Well, and that those comments kind of upset me, because when I agreed for Brat to come on, she knew full well, you know, she was fully aware. I said, I have been calling you out since last year. TikTok and YouTube sometimes overlaps, but I'm like, at least the majority of my community don't know the TikTok stuff. I don't know the TikTok stuff. So a lot of this stuff between these creators, I'm not familiar with, but
right. Like, that's what I was saying. I don't know all
the names and the beef and this. That's why I tried to say, yo, please keep that out of it last night and just straight to like these questions. But I told Brat, I said, I cannot promise you that you aren't going to be asked hard questions. I cannot promise you that people are going to agree. I cannot promise you that people are going to like you or to walk away believing you. But what I will promise you is that there will be no nastiness towards you. So, and that's, again, I didn't have her on to let me call you out and debunk you. That's not what it was about. It was about ask your questions. Here are her answers. And, like Sonia right now, like she's walking away. That's her opinion, and that's totally fine. That this is your opinion, Deets. Everyone can have their own opinion. It wasn't about let me prove what you're saying is wrong. I gave her my word that it was going to be respectful, and that's what it was. So when I saw those comments last night, I'm like, I don't really see any comments being nasty. Now, people aren't going to agree. Of course, there were some on all sides, but those were deleted, but people aren't going to agree. Just because they don't agree isn't synonymous with being nasty.
It's not. And that's the distinction there. A lot of people like to claim it is. It's not. A lot of the questions that were being asked weren't even from people that disagreed. There were several from me. There were several from Nanya. There were several from like Bowdy, although Bowdy might disagree. But a lot of questions just wanting clarity on what she was stating. And they were, very much so saying, oh my God, the hate. And there were a couple of hateful comments, but your mods were fast and they had them.
They were doing the best that we can. Usually I don't even need a single mod in my lives. Usually we're chilling with Tisha and we're, doing what we're doing. And then with these lives, I know I have to ask them to be there, because it gets popping, man.
Wow. It was insane. It was busy. You had quite a bit in there.
Yeah.
Very much anti-TikTok true crime. It's so easy to build a platform on there. It is easy on there to build a platform. One video with info no one else has makes your numbers jump. You can say anything and people will believe it. Amber Riot, that's very true. They did pepper the mods, did kick ass last night in there. But wow. Just wow. You're reaching out, trying to pit these two creators against each other. I mean, we already have enough issues amongst
YouTube
creator relationships and stuff like that. We don't need to make it worse by trying to go behind the scenes and conspire.
Well, that's a really, again, that's really messed up. And as creators, I think you would understand, that is somebody going behind the scenes. When you say you just want to be left alone, you are not a victim, Crime Sleuthin. You are reaching out. You are watching what I am doing and reaching out to other creators that I collab with, I get along with. She knows I'm planning on having Sonia on. So she took advantage of that and she reached out, and you're trying to get in her head to lead her to believe that I'm going to betray her. And this is what I respect about Sonia. She understood that I'm able, because I like Sonia, but I'm able to have a conversation and host a panel without betraying, Sonia was fully in the loop that I was having Brat on, because that's what you don't understand, Crime Sleuthin. I already told her. I gave her the heads up as a respect, because I didn't want her to look at it that way. All of a sudden I'm going to come out and have Brat on. No, I spoke to her already about it behind the scenes. But you then tried to go in and get one over on me and turn her against me. You're trying to sabotage my business relationships, and that's not okay.
No. She gave us extra popsicles last night. It really isn't. No. Which also, I'm sorry, I just thought of this. Do you remember when she accused me of giving you information before you and I had ever even spoken off of platform?
Never even spoke.
That's a little hypocritical now, finding out this. Okay.
Well, Crime Sleuthin, if I was really that bad, say it in the spotlight. You don't have to slither behind the scenes trying to sabotage me.
Hey, Belly. Hope you're good. All right, let's hear a little bit more. But yeah, if she doesn't talk about that, what her comment was, I'm definitely want to hear it.
Well, and then after this, can we just address the recorded call with Todd and stuff after?
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. The recorded call with Todd. Absolute. Whatever. Okay. I don't even know who Todd is.
From the Cajun Navy.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can. Oh my gosh, yes.
Perfect.
If you don't know better, don't do it. Don't do it, because you're just going to get in trouble. Anyways, so I don't agree with what she's done. I don't agree. I really don't agree. And this Debbie girl, I do not like her. I don't like her way of trying to debunk something that's real. And I did mention it to her. So I have told her to stop messaging me And I have forwarded all her emails to Melissa so Melissa can see. Because I told Melissa, I'm loyal to.
Yes, she did. Yes, she
Oh,
certainly did.
wow.
I've known from the beginning, Crime Sleuthin. So again, you just claiming the victim there, and I've been sitting on it.
Oh, oof. Okay.
Please don't say anything. Don't be a shady bitch.
Okay, I got questions. I'm gonna save them till the end, but I got some questions.
Yep.
You, if I'm gonna go on a live or anything or share my story, the side of my story, like the little part of my story, but the little part of my story is when Brat started coming out, right? I got her to create. I'm the one that got Brat to create videos on her own TikTok. I'm the one that asked her or made sure she wasn't buying followers again because she wasn't keeping those, because obviously you can't, like TikTok doesn't like bought followers. I'm the one that told her, do it organically, create some posts, get your following to over 1,000 so you can go live, which is all Brat wanted to do, is to go live. That's all she ever wanted to do. Last night she did mention she wasn't into the views or followers, but my entire chats with her, there's a lot of mention of her talking about her viewers and how many she has and all of that. These parts are going to come out and I have to go through them very carefully, because there are some personal things. And as I said in my last video, I do not want, and I did let something slip by mistake, and I apologize to Brat, genuinely. I don't want to put that stuff out there. I just want people to know where she started from. So yeah. But yeah, this Crime Sleuthin person, Debbie, she's no bueno. I don't agree with her. I really don't agree with her. I've heard terrible things about her. It's not okay. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to Kara, Xana's mom. I hope she's okay, by the way. I really hope Kara's okay. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to share my 2 cents on Crime Sleuthin as well, because I've been pretty quiet. But again, I'm going through work. I have work. Anyways, I've been busy. But I haven't forgotten about the victims. And this is what matters. Kaylee, Maddie, Ethan, and Xana. And finding justice for them. Bryan Kohberger is in jail. And I believe he's the main culprit. I believe he's the one that did this. Yes, in 9 minutes. Yes, a lot of people say, oh, it's impossible to happen in 9 minutes. No, it's not. No, it's not. If his adrenaline was pretty high up there, which it was, I'm pretty sure he was able to do it within 9 minutes. Anyways, yeah, that's my thoughts. And I'm going to go finish my hair, and I'll see you guys soon.
She actually has the most beautiful hair. Like, don't be deceived. Underneath that towel, she has the most gorgeous curls.
Well,
ever.
you guys keep calling it a towel, and I'm like, no, that's a t-shirt because she's a curly girl. I can spot that from a mile away.
She has the most beautiful curls ever.
I understand the need for it. But Veli's comment about I used to do that to my kids all the time too. I'd drop them off with a t-shirt wrapped around my hair or towel up on. Yep. So when did she reach out to Sonia the first time?
Well, now that it's publicly.
Well, wait. First, let's hear the message, because that was addressed in the what did Sonia put under the community post that is now gone?
Oh, sure. Let me start there.
If you have that one, yeah.
Yep. Oh my fucking God. They are real. Stop spreading the false information that the messages are fake. It's really quite pathetic of you to try to prove them fake. Even if I don't like Brat anymore, after being friends with her from April to June 2023, I do know that she doesn't care about sharing receipts because she'd rather be infamous than famous. So her messages being leaked to what she wanted, and the fact you're trying to prove them to be fake, is sad. I stand for the families of and Kaylee, Maddie, Ethan, and Xana first and foremost, which is why her messages to Steve being real is extra horrible. She doesn't care about the victims or their families due to her disrespectfulness towards the entire case. Why are you trying to say they are fake? And in regards to Steve saying he never spoke to Brat, have you ever thought that maybe that's because her Facebook shows her real name and not Brat Norton? Ask him if he's ever spoke to Sydney. I betcha he says yes, LOL.
Ooh, which is something we had pointed out as to why he didn't know what her TikTok was or anything, because it's the the Facebook is under her real name, and he didn't wasn't connected with her because of her social media content, which is what we found out last night. It was somebody else that connected them. So it's not like he went and found her on TikTok and decided to reach out to her. Although she does have some interesting theories on Steve and who he's sharing stuff with, but we'll get into that another time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Crime Slytherin immediately reached out to Sonia. Immediately. The moment that, and I knew how much she was paying attention to my stuff, because I didn't even announce that I was talking to Brat. Okay, I dropped a little subtle, that would have went over people's heads, but I said, and imagine like a 4-hour live, and just for one moment in that 4-hour live, I said, one person within these messages said that they are legit, and something that nobody else took that and was like, oh, you spoke to Brat. Nobody mentioned it to me, but she immediately heard that. And so this is before I even announced, even before I even got the proof that they were legit. Like, this is before all that. She heard that and knew, and immediately reached out, and was, because Sonia had shared that. Sonia shared things with me. She shared her side. I'm looking for all sides of this,
Yeah.
And so she knew Sonia was talking to me. So she immediately pounced on it and was like, she's going to throw you under the bus. She led Sonia to believe that I did a live about her remember the night Brat came into my chat? Remember that night Brat came into my, I don't know if you were there, and it wasn't planned or anything. She just showed up. She led her to believe that there was a live done about her, talking about her, like Brat was running her mouth about her. Never did that happen. So she was very much trying to get in Sonia's head to turn her against me, and then trying to get her on her own panel. So this is what I'm saying, Crime Sleuthin, where you do not focus on your own stuff. You're too focused on what I'm doing. You know what my plans are, so much to where then you're like, I'm going to make a video on Brat. I'm going to do, what are you doing? Like, make your own content. Why are you drooling over what I'm doing and looking to battle me, which you have every right to do. If you want to do that, go do that. But then do not cry victim when you get a response. But she immediately reached out to Sonia. So let me see the date. And literally because I don't want to read the actual email unless I have permission. But the subject line is, and this is March 21st. Hi, Brat's with MJ now.
What? Hi, Brat's with MJ now.
Yep. And that's your first correspondence with the woman. Like, it's me.
So your leaked message where you reviewed the leaked messages was on February 29th. She reached out March 21st. Is that what you said?
Yeah, March 21st.
I'm trying to see what video you had done.
Mm-hmm. And our panels, let me see, actually, because I wrote down the timeline. March. Okay, I wrote down the timeline.
Oh, so that's the day after the Idaho Trolls misinformation versus disinformation video.
That was the day after our first panel with her. So immediately, she was reaching out. And I know, like I said, you've been reaching out, and you could try with your burner emails all you want. It all leads back to you. So you better cut it out. Seriously. She has been reaching out to multiple people privately, trying to sabotage my relationships with them.
Wow.
Yep. I haven't done that about you. I don't need to do that for you. Crime Sleuthin, you expose yourself all on your own publicly. But if you need to go behind the scenes and spread a false narrative about me and try to just get in people's head with paranoia, that says everything about you.
I think that was today, Ashley, and it was like an April Fool's joke or something. Somewhat, because I think Wolfie mentioned it in here earlier. I'm sorry, that's shady. This just blew my mind a little bit here. So the day after that, when were my lives? Let me see here. You're reaching out to Sonia to try. Let's see. The very first one we did was Funhouse Friday. Let's debunk some stuff.
Okay.
That was March 15th. So
yes.
then you did yours a week later.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
March 16th is when she struck you, but you have to realize at this point I hadn't spoken to Brat. So as soon as as she just ran right to it. Perfect. But it was because of all of this. I never even probably I won't say I wouldn't have spoken to Brat because she had reached out because I had her on a thumbnail with Justin and stuff, and she reached out, but it kind of sizzled out and that didn't go anywhere. There was no reason to kind of collab. But then it was you going so gung-ho. You led to last night's live, actually, because it was you who ended up going so gung-ho about these messages being fake that then she reached out again. It was like, I am sick, because people were blowing her up. Now it gets around that you're just so adamant to prove that they're fake. They're not fake, they're, at least it's not a fake screen recording app. And what I don't like is she plays semantics, and she'll make the community post and she'll be like, oh, of course you can't say who's behind that. No, I will not say.
Well, you can't say that. I mean, obviously it points to Steve because it goes to Steve's Facebook and his account and everything. But you're just trying to cover your own ass by saying, I can't say definitively,
right?
Because you have no way of knowing who's typing on Steve's phone. But yeah, it goes. They are legit. They are 100% legit, and they go to Steve's email account. Hey, Gavel, how's it going, love?
Well, and what you're not listening to me either. I have a 3.5 hour screen recording. I clipped only pieces last night. Not only did I see the messages, at parts of the messages, which you guys can confirm because it's publicly out there, numbers, Steve says, call me. She pulled me into not screenshots, her My Verizon app. Imagine you're sharing the screen on your phone. I'm pulling up My Verizon. I saw her family's bill. I saw her bill. I saw her IMEI. We went back to the specific year because it's last year, the specific month, found the day where in the Facebook messages it's saying, call me, brought me to that day, pulled up that number, then showed me with the Paramount producers having to verify everything before they hosted Brat on and confirming that is the same number that they have, and that's the number that Olivia, Chronicles of Olivia, has for Steve. So I told you I didn't just run with something. I got brought into everything. Now I'm not going to share her freaking family plan and this, that. No, you could take my word for it or not. But Crime Sleuthin, if it was, you shouldn't even need to focus on those specifics, because if it's a fake screen recording app, like you say it is, none of the rest matters, right? Of me saying who's behind the computer or this and that. What happened to it's a fake screen recording app?
Well, now it's those goalposts on the Roombas on the football field. They're constantly moving around. Sorry, that was something we came up with the other day. We were talking about how the goalpost is always moving, and I said the goalpost is on a damn Roomba on the football field, and it's never stopping. That's what's happening in this situation. It's like, oh no, it's not a fake app. Now it's this and that,
but she's upsetting me. I'll be honest, it's upsetting me because she keeps twisting it around into, I'm hurting the families, and why are you doing this? First of all, that was what I said to you when I said, why are you so mad about what my opinion is? Do you not remember this is how it started? I said it never needed to be proved. Whether it was real, whether it was fake, all I ever expressed was, in my opinion, I am inclined to believe they are legit. Do you remember that? Those are my exact words.
Yeah.
And you took it upon yourself. You reached out to these victims' parents. You did all of this to prove that they were fake. So I was stuck on this. I debated going forward with this live and proving that they were legit, because I really was struggling, because proving that they're legit, even though I never heard Steve say they aren't, I can't take your word for it. You're sitting here saying, oh, you're going against the victim's dad. No, I never heard the victim's dad say that. All you're sharing is a screenshot of you reaching out to the Goncalves family page, but there's multiple admins have access to that. And you also proved you fabricated screenshots. So I'm not going against anything. I never heard that man say anything, but I did struggle with it because it felt like proving that they are legit was somewhat taking a stance of proving that there can be a lie here. And I didn't like that. And it sat wrong in my stomach and I struggled with it, but it just kept going and going and going. But stop using the victim's family against me as if I haven't been advocating for them this entire time, because the entire reason I showed those messages was to show how sick it was. It wasn't about what was in them. It wasn't about, are they 100% real? Because it worked for my point, even if they were fake. The disinformation, the misinformation, how this could damage the case, how this is
all of the things that were said to Steve Goncalves, to the father of a brutally murdered young woman, and another young woman he considered a daughter. So that's what the point was, and that's why I was I was struggling with her takeaway on that, because you were very adamant about what it was about, and that Brat was wrong for doing this and that. And I still feel she is. Like, the shit that she took to Steve, whether she believed Dot or didn't believe Dot, that's a whole nother story. It is wrong how she ran to him and put this stuff in his lap. But I'm glad you brought that part up, because there's been a clip going around shared of my panel from one of those lives, and saying that we were harassing Crime Sleuthin over saying that she shouldn't reach out to families. Now, I don't believe I said that. Melissa might have, but
I think Crime Sleuthin shouldn't reach out to any more families.
Right, and that's fine. The point was, actually, I think it was more of a dig at Perplexed at Laura for coming in. Like, she came up on panel, and the Sleuthin like turned it on her. Well, you reached out to Maddie Soto's mom, and I asked, like, what did you do? And she replied that she had messaged her Rover account or something. And we kind of blow past it at that moment, because the point was, with Sleuthin, we were not, at least I wasn't anyway, like harassing her for reaching out to family members. It was the fact that she was continually lying to us. She kept saying she spoke with Steve, she spoke with Steve, she spoke with Steve. We were like, wait, did you speak with Steve or did you speak with the family account? Because the family account is what you're showing in messages. And we were trying to figure out whether she was speaking with Steve or if she was speaking with the family admin group, like the group, because that doesn't necessarily mean it's Steve. So that was what we were getting at on that. And so the whole like side jab at Laura, it kind of blew over us, because that wasn't the point of what we were discussing at all.
What was being addressed. That's called deflection. Even if what you're saying is true, because I remember when Crime Sleuthin said that about Laura, and I was saying, even if what you're saying is true about Laura, that in no way minimizes or takes away from your own actions.
And we were just trying to understand the timeline of who she was claiming she had spoken to prove those messages. And that was the whole point. And so I'm not even so upset about the clip. It's just taken, completely out of context there. It's not that we were harassing Sleuthin for doing something and not willing to call out Laura for doing it as well. It's just, no, that was a deflection from the topic at hand. And the topic at hand at that point in that live was, did you really speak with Steve? And did you really get that information from him? Which she claims she did, but then we later found out that she spoke with him after she comes to YouTube and tells everyone she had spoke with him, because she had only, at that time, she had only spoken with the family account. And I think that became a big part of all of this issue, is the fact that it has been, the information has been given in little tiny bits and pieces, and you're piecing together what actually went down, with Crime Sleuthin reaching out to the family and with her making the claims that they're fake. And, me debunking her debunking was just something I was purely interested in doing, because I saw what she had done, her very first video that she put out. And I'm like, wait, no, I can debunk that. And that's what I like doing. I like debunking things. So that's where that all started for me. And then it just kind of spiraled into more and more of like, well, no, I reached out to Steve and he says they're real. And we still have yet to see any proof of that. What is on your community post isn't even proof of that. So that it was Steve that you spoke with. So I think the argument just kept getting, the goalpost kept moving, the goalpost kept shifting, and continually has. But to find out now that you are reaching out to people, other creators, to try to turn them and spin the narrative of she's teamed up with Brat. You don't even know what she was doing with Brat at that point on that day. That's wild.
Yep, exactly. And oh, sorry, hold on, because I was asking something. So the issue isn't even though that, like, if Crime Sleuthin wanted to reach out, I don't have to agree with it, right? But that's your business. You wanted to reach out and you wanted to post about it. Hey, this is the response I got. It's your thing. But this is where Crime Sleuthin always went wrong, guys, is that she tried to dictate. She didn't just stay in. I didn't go looking for her. I don't go to her channel. I don't bother her. But she came to mine. She reached out to multiple of my private friends to get in touch with me and tell Melissa I reached out to the family page. They're saying it's not legit. You're tagging me in community posts. You're trying to dictate what I'm doing. You're trying to push it onto me. So not only are you reaching out to the, allegedly like the victim's family and the page, but you're not just keeping it in your own territory. You're trying to use it as a tactic to control other creators. You need to very much focus on your own stuff. And I'm waiting to see, because I think I got permission to read the emails, but you're watching what I'm doing. Hey, Jules, you're watching what I'm doing so closely and then taking what I'm doing, and you guys will understand if I read the email, like you're looking for something for you to go live with, for you to battle me with, instead of just minding your own fucking business. Sorry, but minding your own business. Go post your own content, go do your own thing. But instead, you're watching, you're drooling, you're reaching out to people privately, you're trying to sabotage my relationships with other creators. Then you're planning on doing a live that directly battles and debunks my live. Yet, if I didn't know what you were doing privately, right? And I just responded to what you're doing publicly, you would be the victim. And this is just what I wanted to do. And leave me alone. It's not all about you. But no, I know what you're doing.
You're harassing and bashing and doing all these things. Like, no, we're just stating the facts of what you've done here.
And this is my channel. This is my business. I take it seriously. And for you to try to sabotage that, it's very, very messed up.
It is. It's wrong.
So I'm just waiting for hold on.
Proof on that. My secret to what, Wolfie? What is the point of trying to claim that they're not from Steve? Do you think that will somehow help? Because I do know that she feels that, oh, if they're real, they're going to harm him in the case. It doesn't matter if you try to debunk it. If they're real, and we did hear Brat last night say that she's given it to the defense, which that threw up a lot of red flags for people, and I don't think that ever got answered as to why she gave it to the defense and not the prosecution.
I'm not sure, but she did show me phone records also that she was in communication with Anne, like that she did call.
Yeah, that's a little sus, girlfriend. Like, what? Anyway, if they have them, they will be able to verify find out 100% if they're real or not, if they came from Steve or not, and if that's going to cause an issue for him because he is under a gag order, then it's already going to cause an issue for him. Like you coming online and screaming over and over and over that they're fake, and I can debunk it with this app, which it wasn't a debunking, etc., isn't going to change any of that. It's not going to. Wolfie. It's not about this stuff. Sorry.
Actually, hold on. Well, I'm just gonna wait for a response because I just want to make sure. But why do I think she's so gung-ho about proving that they're fake? Me, honestly, and that's what I think the problem is. I would respect if it's just something you believed on your own and you want to stand on it. I can't knock that, but it is very obvious about me, and that is the issue that I have with you, is stop intertwining the personal with the case, because my concern, and I don't know if it could be used, I don't know if, like, the defense absolutely knows about this, they know about everything. Think about the Watts case. When that discovery came out, it was shown that they had a special person on Facebook groups logging everything, YouTube, they were absolutely keeping notes and keeping track of what's on the internet. That's kind of what I always refer to with Kim and stuff. If there was any validity in what she's saying, you guys, like, it's known. Trust me, they are very well aware of Kim. But it's just,
I mean, we've seen it in Delphi. You know, there's creators doing stuff in Delphi and whatnot. And so we see that they are keeping track of all of that, 100% keeping track of that. But like Jules says here, but the family isn't under the gag order. Thank you for correcting me there. They are advised to slow it down, but they aren't under the order. So whatever Crime Sleuthin is faking, being worried about, isn't real. She just wants to argue. Well, maybe it's kind of like we were talking about with Upchurch earlier. Is it just that you just have to be right even when you're wrong? I don't know. But to go behind other creators' backs and one lie and say, oh, she's teamed up with Brat now, when you don't know if that's true or not. You don't even know what that pertains to at all in that situation. And then try to use that to turn another creator against Melissa. That's wild. That's wild in my book.
And, you know, I'm probably going to read the emails. I'm just waiting.
I don't blame you.
You know, I just want clear permission, you know, but I'm concerned, and that, again, this is why I got hung up even proving that it's not a fake screen recording app, but I know the defense, everyone, they already know about all of this, okay? But when we're looking at it in the context of what's in those messages, that's a concern too, okay? There was things that were very concerning. That's why I wish Crime Sleuthin didn't have to battle me on this, because I don't know if maybe reaching out, let's say that you really did speak directly to Steve and now he's denying things and then it could be proven to be true. I don't know. It's a situation that I said I just don't want to put them in. Just don't put them in. But do not act, Crime Sleuthin, that you are advocating so much for these victims' families and that we're against them or I'm against them. It really hurts me when she said, I don't even get mad. I get disgusted and I get hurt, because she knows damn well that everything I do is trying to protect that. And I'm not anybody. I'm just saying, like, on social media, I'm against doing the things that the Kims are doing and Brat sending that's what I'm always against. And to make it appear like I'm on the opposition and I'm going against the family, it really, it sits so uncomfortably in my stomach, but it really hurts. It really does.
So it's very much like, so her saying, like that night that you allowed Rabbit up there to talk for a little bit.
Yeah.
And being chastised and saying, I'm going to call Rory.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's always going to It's always going to be in my head.
I know.
You're perceiving that just because she has someone up to discuss something, that means that
get rapper. Sorry, get rapper, guys.
And all of their rapper. Come on, you were being so good.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
No, thank you. He does it. Sometimes
I know.
He's good and sometimes he isn't. And today we're just not being good, are we, rapper? And someone just sent me a compliment about how sweet and kind you were being in my chat today.
Yeah, did you see Jules's
comment?
Because
maybe
she has
tomorrow.
A huge crush on him, like hella bad. Okay, I got permission. I got permission. Okay.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I know. But normally he's good. Rapper does a great job in here, but sometimes not so much. Not so much. And I guess we got to the not so much side. But yeah, just because you have someone up on your panel to discuss something doesn't mean you take on all of their beliefs and you're co-signing everything that they've done. I didn't view Melissa as having Brat up there to go through this as like saying, oh, I now believe Brat 100% of the time. And everything she said is legit. That's not it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about Cash. She's just typing out. What are you typing out?
I said hello, but it's because Jules said hello, meat feeds.
Behave. Thank you, Cash.
She's like, that's not your language. Okay, so
Oh
can I
no,
read these
Queen
emails
Bella, you
now?
got timed out on accident. That was
Uh-oh.
by me. But Wolfie fixed it by retiming
You
you
could
out
fix
for
it.
10
Hey, Sonia.
seconds.
There's Sonia. Sonia, you want
Hey,
to come up?
Sonia.
I just act like it as if my panel. I'm sorry. But if I'm going to read them, Sonia's here now.
Now Rapper's going to be mad at us, so keep an eye out. I'm so sorry, Bella. This is why I don't time people out. I always hit the wrong person.
It moves fast.
It does.
But you guys, Sonia, she in chat, that's the video that Deets was just playing from. That's Sonia there.
I'm getting ready to go to Easter, but go ahead, love. I'm here until I leave. Okay, thank you, Sonia.
Well, happy Easter.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I bet your hair looks as amazing as it does in this picture.
I told you she has gorgeous hair.
I was dying laughing because everyone's like, "Look at the tail on her head! Look at the tail on her head!" I'm like, "Nope, she's curly girl. That's a shirt on her head to keep it from getting frizzy."
Yep. Okay, and do you know that you can now apparently fix timeouts?
No.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah, look at me feet. She's like, so now a mod can, like, if Queen Bella got timed out for like a minute or something, another mod can time out and lower to like 10 seconds, so they'll be back.
Okay, that's how Wolfie did it. Like, I accidentally hit her for like 30 minutes and Wolfie re-hit her for 10 seconds. So okay, that makes sense. So thank you. Sorry about that, Queen Bella. She's back. Good deal.
And okay, Sonia says she gives me permission. I was waiting, Sonia. So I'm gonna read the emails. Crime Sleuthin, what you doing, girl? So I make it. I don't even say publicly yet, for context, that I've spoken to Brat, but I have opened the door as far as just saying that one of the people within these messages confirmed that they are legit. That's all I had said publicly at this point. But I'm trying to think. Which night did she come in? No, she first reached out. Oh, okay. Hold on. She first reached out to Sonia on the 13th. Now, go back to the context of what our issues were with Crime Sleuthin. Watch this. Watch what she did. So hold on. Let me pull up my timeline, because I love a good timeline. Okay. So March 12th is when Crime Sleuthin goes live for part 3 of her leaked messages and talks nonstop crap about me while she played my audio. Okay. The next night is when, and this is before we even did our second live, Deets. Okay. The next night she reaches out to Sonia. Now, Sonia is somebody who comes into my chat often. Crime Sleuthin knows I like Sonia, but what she was counting on is that she knows Sonia has an issue with Brat. She had a falling out with Brat. She has her own story. You'll see from her channel, like, she posts about it. So she tried to wiggle in and like create a fracture there. And so she first reaches out to Sonia to ask her to come on to her live, which was the night before. Oh, I'm sorry. She reached out the night before. So that live she did, part 3, it was talking nonstop crap about me. She had originally reached out to Sonia and just asked her to be a guest on, like, would you be willing to come on? I want to play part of your video. And so Sonia didn't open it until the next day, so she didn't even see it. But little did she know that live ended up being majority about me. So you were trying to get Sonia, unbeknownst to her, to join a panel that you're leading her to believe is only about the leaked messages. But if she showed up, you would have been directly trying to debunk me, and it would have made an issue between me and Sonia when there is no issue between me and Sonia. So that's what she first did.
That sounds a little familiar, doesn't it?
And because at this point, Sonia's like, well, I'm not sure, my issues with Brat, but I do believe that these messages are legitimate. So you could tell Sonia's a little bit confused because, you know, like coming on to prove that they are fake doesn't really align with what I'm saying, you know, so what would kind of be the point of that? But it was at this point that Sonia told Crime Sleuthin that I already promised Melissa I was going to be going on her live. And she has all of my, you know, recordings with Brat. Sonia is in the middle of like putting out a series about her experience with Brat, and Sonia shared everything with me. And so this is why Crime Sleuthin knew she could create an issue when she did find out I was talking to Brat, because she's like, oh, you shared everything with Melissa? Well, now she's betraying you. That's what she tried to do. So she said, I'm already going on with Melissa. You know, I already shared everything with Melissa. She's like, I'm going to stay neutral between you two. I don't want any issues, you know, which Sonia never should have been dragged into it. Okay. She's like, all I want to do is get my story out there. You know, Sonia's hurt here. All she wants to do is get her story out here. She doesn't want to get dragged between me and Crime Sleuthin drama. She has no part of it. And so she's like, you know, thanks, you know, whatever. And so, then Crime Sleuthin responds, let me tell you something, because when I spoke to Sonia and she said to me, I don't want to get in between you and Crime Sleuthin stuff. You want to know what I said, Crime Sleuthin? I said, oh, of course not. Stay the fuck out of it. You know, it has nothing to do with you. You know, like, I don't expect you to. Do you want to
bring other people into it?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to hear what Crime Sleuthin responds when Sonia says, I want to stay neutral. I don't want anything to do. And this is March 13th. She says, no worries, will do. And thank you for being neutral. But I'll only say this. Please be careful, because she has been talking with Brat and believes her. That with the dislike of me, she might try to bait you. She might try to bait you. And I have seen her twist words a lot. I had to say that because I wish someone would have warned me. I know you went through a lot with Brat, and I get it. I had an online friend jump the shark with the Idaho 4 stuff, and I walked away from her as well. We live and we learn. Sometimes I repeat the same mistake twice just to make sure. That is on the 13th. She said she doesn't want to be involved. She tells her that I shared this with Melissa. I plan on going on with her. Messy. We're like, she's a snake. Be careful. I'm going to bait Sonia. What would I bait Sonia with? Like, so you're immediately trying to get into her mind. And not only that, but you tell her, I am with Brat right now and I believe her. How the fuck would you know what I believe and what I don't believe? That's such a weird thing. But this is the...
Sorry, I'm laughing at T. She's a master.
I never even said publicly that I was speaking to Brat yet. So you have to understand, when I found out about this, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, there was no public talk about me and Brat ever speaking yet. So this is how much she was like watching and waiting. So, and Sonia came straight to me. But what you didn't realize, Crime Sleuthin, is that I also went straight to Sonia because she did share things with me and she did share her story with me. So the moment that Brat reached out to me, I shared that with Sonia before you went and ratted me out. And I said, hey, I want to give you a heads up. Brat reached out to me and, you know, X, Y, and Z. And then I told her, I'm probably going to have her on at some point in the future, but I'm going to give you the heads up that when that happens. And I did. So you're trying to run to her to get into her brain. It didn't work because I had already told her. Okay. I'm not looking to bait anybody and screw anybody over. And so this is when Sonia responds and she's like, you know, well, I believe Brat when it comes to talking to Steve, you know, like Brat says X, Y, and Z, you know, whatever. And then that's when Crime Sleuthin kind of goes and battles her about believing these messages are legit. She's like, may I ask how you know for sure and what time period it was? He told me directly that he never had a conversation with her, but perhaps he did respond to a couple of messages and that was it. And she made up the rest. Wait, pause. Crime Sleuthin, It's either a fake screen recording app or it's not. Now you can't
Which is it?
Right.
Which
And
is
are
it?
you not believing the victim's dad now? If he told you he's never spoke to her, how are you sitting in the middle now with, well, maybe some are legit and maybe some aren't? And she said, what's odd about those messages is he supposedly was telling her about the grand jury stuff and speaking negatively about Dylan before he even asked who she was. That doesn't make sense to me at all. Pause. I showed last night this girl E, we'll refer to her as, reached out to Brat first. And I noticed something, Sonia, I wanted to tell you, because she reached out to Brat. Brat did not reach out to Steve on her own. And I was interested in that. And this girl E was already speaking to Steve. And this girl E followed, I guess, Brat on TikTok, and she was keeping up. So she was communicating back to Steve, there's this creator, and she found stuff, I think, on like the Mad Greek, whatever. And that's when she said, I think you should talk to Steve. And Brat does respond. And I have the screenshots right here. Brat does respond and says, I don't want to get involved with the victim's family. Honestly, it's going to like bias my mind. And, but for you to sit there and say, well, he doesn't even know who she is. No, because by the time she did reach out to Steve, that this girl E already gave Steve the heads up that she was reaching out to him. You see what I'm saying? Context. So I'm sharing my screen just for people who wasn't here last night. I redacted these, okay? They were not sent to me in screenshots. This is screenshots I took of my screen recording. I redacted the girl's name and face. So for anybody who's like, well, parts are missing, aka Crime Sleuthin, they're not. I have the full unredacted screen recording. So you could see it was June 1st. Hi, June 2nd. I'm trying to reach out to you because I spoke to Steve. Okay. So Brat responds, and you could see you can chat now, suggesting that there was no prior conversation. And Brat says, hey, sorry you were stuck in my request box. I'm honestly not trying to get close to the family because I don't want an emotional connection to taint my judgment. And E says, it's okay. I just want to let you know I spoke to Steve if you want to reach out to him on Facebook Messenger. And Brat says, I really appreciate it. E says, I think he would like to see the screenshots, So again, when Brat reaches out to Steve, there was no who this, new name, who this. No. He already knew she was going to reach out because of this E communicating it, okay? And she said, I honestly would love to speak with him, but it might affect my mindset. And I'm definitely stuck on, I know something bigger is going on. But yeah, I absolutely can send him the stuff I have. I truly want justice, and I'm not sure if Bryan is it. And I'm not sure if he did it alone. The message doesn't really make sense. But then E says, I know. I asked him. He said he doesn't think he's involved. He just doesn't know if he's the only person. But Sonia, this is what I'm talking about. What's his Facebook, just to confirm which one, and or want to just send him my email. So Sonia, if you remember, you said initially you thought it was an email that she said to you. I noticed this when I saw it, and I was like, maybe she didn't know if it was going to happen via email or messenger at first, but it just stood out to me. So going back to the email, you saying it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would he respond? First of all, if you're certain it is a fake screen recording app, why are you even getting into the context of the messages? It shouldn't matter. It is fake, right? You are gung-ho, it's fake, then it's just fake. Who gives a crap what the messages are? But the answer to your desperate question is he already was being communicated that Brat was going to reach out and what she was going to send him, okay?
Quick question for you real quick, Melissa. I just thought of, I put it on subscribers only for 5 minutes. I doubt Sonia was subscribed. If I give her a wrench, can she still comment?
I think so.
Okay, let me try that, and I'll take it off afterward, because trying to deal with.
I see her comment there, Sonia. Yeah.
Let's see if that works, so she can keep commenting.
Yeah, because she didn't know about your channel before. I just sent it.
That's why I figured, oh crap, she probably wasn't sub, which is no big deal that she's not. I just want to make chill up on rapper a little bit. So I added a wrench to her, and I'll take it off afterwards if that'll help her to comment.
Awesome.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just didn't know.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I was checking.
Yep, now she can comment. There you go, Sonia. You're good.
Okay. So then, she goes on. All I know is that they told me, because she said, yes, you can, Sonia. She said that she spoke to Steve and Chrissy directly. So she's like, all I know is they told me that she was telling Bloom she had inside information. So he hired her and there was going to be a book deal. That was after her publishing job. But after that, he found out that the messages were fabricated and fired her. That also is not true. I can confirm, and I'm not showing the screenshots to it, but Bloom did not fire her. Now, are there parts of that may be true, and there was false things being said to see? Maybe, but Bloom did not fire her. They are still in communication. So then,
and she did mention that on your live last night. So
yes, and I can confirm I've seen it. Okay, I'm just being very clear with what I've seen with my own eyes. All right, so Crime Sleuthin responds. I'm sorry. Sonia responds, it was in May that she first messaged him, if I'm not mistaken. She said it was by email. They just get back and forth with why she believes that they are legit. She's listing an entire email of, I believe the messages are legit. Why are you trying to convince me otherwise? And she's not even pro Brat, but they're legit in her opinion. Damn, rapper.
I know. He is not giving up this morning. No. Come on, bud.
So then Crime Sleuthin comes back again. So, hi, Sonia. So I bet Brat, she lied to you about all of that. All of the reasons she just stated why she believes they're legit. So she lied to you about all of that. What I just made and attached is one of these fake text message websites, but there's apps and you could use Adobe, etc. I made a whole set of text that looked like I was texting with Steve, but wasn't. Bitch, no, you didn't. Sorry, no, you didn't, though. Your freaking, what you showed is not at all what we saw with Brat, okay? So you can make like fake screenshots easily, but you can't make a fake screen recording easily that is seamless, like you explained, Deets, for the reasons we went over. It just doesn't work like that.
No. It flows so well. You can't fake that. And that's the whole point of what I was getting at. Like, you can create fake messages and they're going to work really well for a screenshots, faking those screenshots like she was trying to do. But when it came to the recording portion, no, you can't. No faking app out there is going to be that good. It would be a liability issue.
And that's why I screen recorded while Brat is sharing. And she offered to give me her login for Facebook. Okay, I didn't need it because she was sharing her screen and she was pulling me in. And I was thinking of what is Crime Sleuthin going to use to debunk this? So I'm like, pull the message to the right, pull the message to the left, tap it, bump it, forward it to yourself. Like, you can't do that. Yeah, I'm like, twist it, push it. I was like, because you can't do that on a fake screen recording app. So I did everything as a viewer I would want to see to confirm, and I showed that last night. And so she's like, I made a whole set of texts that looked like I was texting with Steve, but wasn't. I did that back when those Stacey May texts came out to show a friend who didn't know you could fake a whole conversation. Just saying, that text screenshot she sent you, no way to know if it was legit either. You mean kind of like the text message screenshots you sent us with the Goncalves family page? I did see in your video where you said that she told you it was email, but then later you saw that video of they were on Messenger. She may have forgotten she told you she was going to email him. Seeing a Facebook message when you were told it would be email is another checkbox in the they were fake column. Mm-hmm. Or it's this right here. Again, initially she's like, well, which one? Does he want to do I want to message him on fucking Messenger? Or does he want to just send it to my email? So she may have communicated to Sonia before the messages happened because she didn't know which one it was coming. That's not a check in their fake box. That means it was just she jumped on it and told Sonia, her friend at the time, before the actual exchange occurred.
You nailed it, Remy. She sure did.
So she's like, that screen recording was made way back last summer and was sent to Bloom. I don't know if you've seen part 2 of mine, but I showed how easy it is to make a fake Facebook conversation and chat list. You can backdate messages, click on profiles, everything you can see in her screen recording and the live she showed her laptop in. I don't think she ever actually talked to him. Or she might have messaged him the once and he thanked her, but that was enough for her. She wanted everyone to see her as important and relevant. She was desperate to get views, growth, and popularity. So much so that she created the fake messages to insert herself, which Bloom fell for. He probably had no idea at the time that she could fake such things.
Pause. She was already inserted at this point, though. Sleuthin, that doesn't. She created these fake messages to insert herself. Like, they. Maybe for Bloom, I guess, but like for the Cyber Sleuth docuseries or whatnot, she would have already been a part of that. Right. So this whole narrative of she had to do this to insert herself into Bloom or whatnot, do you think that he's not going to do his due diligence, that Paramount's not going to do their due diligence, all of that? Nope.
And I can confirm
Crime Sleuthin solved it.
Right. This is you inserting yourself. This is projection.
Oh, rapper, I love you, but knock it off, bud. Knock it off.
It's ridiculous.
He's insane today. Come on.
So she wrote, she wanted everyone to see her as important and relevant. She was desperate to get views, growth, and popularity, so much that she faked these messages. He probably had no idea. There's no reason to believe anything she told you, especially in hindsight. It was all part of her selfish plan. So she is very adamantly trying to get Sonia to turn her views. Why, Crime Sleuthin? This is what I'm talking about. If you want to reach out and you want to say, I spoke to them, they confirmed that they were fake, I'm not going to entertain it. That's fine. But what you do is you reach out to other creators and try to convince them and to change their opinion of things. That is where you go wrong. So, and then she wrote, and if she did, then Sonia responded, okay, and if she did fake them, then Bloom and Steve need to sue her. She shouldn't be allowed, to do that type of stuff. She's like, however, I do believe the messages are real. I will not be made to believe different. If I am wrong, then I will admit I was wrong, but my gut and intuition are strong and I trust myself. It's simple as that, And so then on March 20th, you come back to Sonia, don't you, Crime Sleuthin? What happened on the 20th?
What?
Before that? What?
No, just the fact that she's continuing this.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
ready?
My gosh.
So, this is the night before is when...
Sonia here?
The night before is when... No, this was the same night. Brat shows up in my chat. And I didn't publicly let anybody know yet that I had spoken openly to Brat. I had gone on Queens at that point. And when Crime Sleuthin was up there and I said, I got the receipts, I got the proof, I'll drop it when I'm ready. But I didn't say I spoke to Brat. I didn't say anything. Like, I just said I have the receipts. But then I sat on it. Again, I've had these for like 3 weeks. Like, there was no rush. I didn't want to have to prove that they're legit. That really was not my mission. But Brat came into my chat, and so that made it known that, I had spoken to Brat, and so immediately, Crime Sleuthin, you email Sonia, because what are you doing? You are sitting there watching my lives, and you immediately, as my live is happening, you reach out to Sonia, and you say, hello, can I ask you a question? Are you still doing your interview with Melissa Jade? as if I'm gonna like throw Sonia to the side and I'm gonna now.
She thought you were. Like, I'm sitting here snacking because I'm like, this is like, it's like a soap opera because she truly thought you were going to just
throw Sonia to the side.
Sonia's done now. I'm on to Brat. Like, you had no clue what was really going on, but you thought you did. That's like everything.
What Crime Sleuthin didn't account for is, again, you know, I never announced publicly that I spoke to Brat, but Sonia already knew. I think I told Sonia the day after Brat reached out, and I said, hey, you know, like, I want to give you the heads up. Brat did reach out, you know, like, and she offered to show receipts and this and that. So she knew. You didn't account for that, did you? You thought I didn't tell Sonia and that you could run to Sonia and get in her head, but it didn't work that way, did it? And I told Sonia, if I have her on, I will let you know, like ahead of time. And I did. Before I even scheduled my live for last night, I gave Sonia the heads up and I said, I think I'm going to have Brat on Sunday night, you know, like, and so, you know, I like Sonia, you know, like, so it's just showing a mutual respect. Sonia fully understood. I'm just having her on for a discussion. That does not mean you're 100% on board with someone. It's called being an adult and having a conversation.
Exactly.
But she said, hello, can I ask you a question? Are you still doing your interview with Melissa Jade? I don't know if you've seen, but she has now welcomed Brat on board her channel, and she fully believes her. Pause. All Brat did was come into my live that night, and I was discussing Kim, and that there was this Sunny Days person on my panel. The topic was not Sonia. The topic were not the messages. The topic was Kim. And she just came in and left a few comments about, oh my God, like this kind of like accurately relays what my messages are with Kim. That's all it was. So now I'm fully on board with her and I believe her at this point just because she was in my chat. Okay. But she was trying to get Sonia to doubt me, you know? And so she's like, she's fully on board and welcoming Brat, and she fully believes her. She's going to have her up to share her story, which I'll bet will include BS about you. Excuse me?
Oh my goodness. Oh,
excuse me?
Read that one more time. Read that one more time.
She's going to have her up to share her story, which I'll bet will include bullshit about you.
You had no clue what they were even talking about in the background at the time. And you're just automatically assuming that whatever it was going to be about with Brat was about Sonia. Are you kidding me?
I would never. Like, why would I do that? Why would I have Brat up to talk shit about Sonia? But that is really messed up. Sonia is another creator. Sonia is somebody I like as a person. And for you to get in her mind to make her think that Brat was in my chat, that we're going to have a topic of Sonia, that is really fucked up.
Wow. Oh, wait. Sonia said she just emailed her back. Oh, Sonia. Girl, I feel for you. I know what those emails are like. Non-stop.
Yep. So she said, the receipts she's talking about are from Brat, and she believes her. What? Messages were proved. Yes, I believe that. I don't get it.
I can't with this. Like, so now you know what Melissa's thinking on top of everything.
Yep. Now you know what I believe. You know what I think. You know what my intentions are for future panels. You know more than I freaking do.
Wow. What outfit is Melissa going to wear today?
Yeah, right?
Can you let us know? Like, what the hell? Is her hair going to be up or down? Like, come on.
Yep.
Sonia, the link is pinned. It should be like at the top of the chat, but I'll drop it again if you need it.
Yes. Okay, so I'll catch us up and then you read the current one, Sonia. So Crime Sleuthin, you're watching. Come on up. Go ahead, girl. You're watching, right? So, I don't get it. Your videos proved she's a pathological liar, and she even accused Steve. Why would anyone believe her? She's in her live chat spewing her nonsense. Be careful. MJ is vicious. I had to endure 2 weeks of torturous harassment and slander, and finally had to show my YouTube financials in studio to prove she lied about me too, yet she hasn't retracted or apologized.
Because you didn't prove
you didn't.
it. Holy
you didn't
shit,
prove
lady.
shit, and I didn't want to continue because you keep crying victim. So
yeah, you run around having other people who have no clue what's going on in the situation calling us harassers until people who have listened and have paid attention come in and correct it and let them know, no, Sleuthin's the one wrong in this situation. Yep. But you're the one out here being harassed for weeks while you're doing all this shit in the background. Come on.
Torturous harassment. Yeah, like that's a fucking big statement to make, but you're doing this behind the scenes. This is what you're doing. I don't doing this about you. And she's like, I'm not the first one this has happened to. Please keep all our emails private. I do not share private anything without permission, and I ask the same. Thanks. Oh, bitch, we're going to get into you recording the Todd, right? Did he know?
Oh, yeah, you don't share private stuff.
Up with your bullshit. So then she says, also, so this is while I'm live, and Brat was in my chat. Also, I'd like to make a short video just to highlight some of Brat's most egregious lies. Would it be okay if I use screenshots from your videos just on that topic? If you source them from elsewhere, could you point me in that direction? What would you consider to be her top 3 lies? Now, what I want you guys to realize is she is this is what I said she was doing from the beginning. She is watching what I am doing and then deliberately trying to battle me. So she sees, she's planning on having Brat on. Well, I'm about to drop a video to debunk Brat. You cannot poke like this, and then when you get the attention, you cry victim. Why do you care what I'm doing? Why do you care even if I did believe Brat, which I never fucking said I believe? She proved certain things. It's just as simple as that. But you don't have to agree. I'm not trying to dictate you, but you're trying to now do rebuttal lives, and then you pretend to be dumb and say, it was not about you. I never used your name. I'm not doing, no. So, hold on. Let me go to...
I don't know what happened to Sonia. Maybe she couldn't figure out. She might have to create a StreamYard if she didn't have one beforehand. So if she clicked the StreamYard link.
Also, conveniently, Brat got a fucking email too the same day
from Sleuthin.
Here's where you messed. No, it was from a burner email. But let me tell you how you messed up, Crime Sleuthin. Let me tell you how you messed up, Crime Sleuthin. You messed up because in that burner email, you tried to convince Brat I was setting her up. And you know what you shared? You shared in that email, which made it very fucking obvious it's about you, that I had plans to have Sonia up. Nobody knew about that publicly, honey.
Oh.
Shared that with you privately. Me and Sonia never said publicly I was having her up. So you with your burner emails, emailing everybody to try to get them against me, you have a slip. So you could use a burner email, but when you drop something like Melissa's planning on having Sonia up, go ahead, ask someone. Nobody knew that.
I never knew that.
Sonia, and then you give yourself away, Crime Sleuthin.
That's because her emails are so lengthy and wordy. She just does. Dang.
Yep. Hi, Sonia.
Welcome to the panel, Sonia.
Thank you.
Welcome to the
hear me
show.
Okay?
You're a little glitchy, but not bad. We can deal with it.
Okay, I can turn off. I think it's maybe the mic I have connected to my phone. I'll take it off. So give me a sec. Yeah.
And so last night, Crime Sleuthin, you email Sonia again, and you say, how are you feeling about the MJ and Brat live tonight? What happened to you going on as a guest? I've been watching for that and saw that she had Brat on. I'm disappointed because I had already told Shay and MJ a month ago that this crap hurt the Goncalves family, but here they are doing it again. Brat doesn't deserve any respect or belief or a platform, in my opinion. So she emailed you again?
Yeah, I haven't even read it yet. How about you? Well, just beep out the words that are like obviously her swearing, because I opened it real fast and I just saw a whole bunch of swear words. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yep, this is what she does. How dare you? But stick around, Sonia, because she recorded a call just 2 days ago with somebody who's part of doing the search for Sebastian. He didn't know he was being recorded. And then instead of taking that information straight to law enforcement first, you waited to host him as a panel guest for him to no-show, turned on him, then played that recording on your public live broadcast. So I don't want to hear crap about private emails, private this. No.
Wow.
This is wild. I'm unsupervised. I'm like with you. It's like I'm sitting on a porch stoop listening to neighbors tell me this story. She is cracking. I don't know. Do you have your YouTube open in the background, maybe, Sonia? I don't know.
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
close
yeah.
that. Yep, close that out. That might help.
Yeah, got it. Okay, is that better?
No, you're still cracking. I don't know what the deal is.
It could be my phone. I don't know. I know that my sound on my computer is even worse.
Okay,
but
It's fine.
that's right. That's all right. We'll deal with it. No biggie.
I'm trying to find how I changed my picture too, but I forget. I don't know how to do that either.
This is wild. This is wild.
I think if you go in the bottom left where it says you're in the show, you can click those 3 little dots and it says edit audio avatar, and you could change your photo like that.
Okay, you're gonna hear my cat meow.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all right.
So yeah, I don't know. Let's read this email together.
Sure. Let's do it.
Gosh.
I was waiting. That's why when I saw Deeds playing your video, and I'm like, oh, she mentioned the email.
Yeah, she didn't even know you had done that. And I'd only listened to like the first 20 seconds. And then it was like, ooh, this is definitely one I want to show after. Because I showed your other one. I did watch all of that before my live. And then you posted the new one like right as I was going live. And I just listened to about 20 seconds of it. I'm like, holy crap.
Yep.
Yeah.
And did you hear, Sonia, how Brat got emailed up? Oh, no.
We lost her. She probably was trying to edit it, edit her picture and clicked out. But maybe that'll fix her. Let me drop the link in chat again in case she needs it. But that'll maybe help fix her.
Let me read the email.
There she is.
The burner email that Brat got within this hours of the Sonia getting emailed, what she got emailed. And you tell me if this isn't Crime Sleuthin, okay? You tell me if this isn't Crime Sleuthin. Hold on. I didn't even mention it to you, Sonia. So ready? All right. So, subject, you are being played. And you want to know what else is another telltale sign for you, Crime Sleuthin? In your emails, you're one of the few people I know who knows how to bold and italicize words. Yes. You do that. And this email also has this, despite being a burner account. I saw you in her chat and couldn't believe my eyes. You don't know her, do you? Melissa Jade is slick. God. She is playing you so hard right now and you are falling right into her trap. Why would you even dream that she would actually believe you in the end? No, she is getting everything she can from you and then will trash the living shit out of you. That's what she does. It's content for her and she's trying to make a name for herself as the big bad debunk queen. She is friends with Sonia. She's in on this. Have a friend ask Sonia about Melissa Jade and their plans coming up. Take a wild guess where everything else you are handing over to her is going. She screen records all her calls too, and she will share every text you send. You think you're proving yourself, but every word and receipt is being saved to warp and use against you, and you will end up ostracized in all of YouTube, and the Goncalveses will have enough proof to sue you. Wake up.
Enough proof to sue you.
Nobody knew. Me and Sonia were talking. Nobody knew Sonia had sent all that stuff to me. Nobody knew Sonia was going to come on but you.
I know. Like, so did you kick her dog or steal her snacks or something?
Nope.
Like, this is wild.
Nope. It's insane. That is your word. Like, nobody else would have known that. And this email came hours within the email Sonia got.
That's
too
crazy.
obvious.
Yep.
Too obvious.
Yep.
So what did you get today,
What'd you
Sonia?
Oh my god. I'm gonna let you react to it because I just saw the first like little 2 lines. I'm like, too long. Read later. But I'm gonna read it. Also, getting ready to go out. So.
Perfect.
But
Okay.
yeah, the first line, like she's like, "What the hell's wrong with me?" But what? Nothing's wrong with me. What do you mean?
She said she didn't want to get involved. Why couldn't you just listen to her?
Yeah.
Yeah. So so she says, okay, I'm gonna say it. So what the F is wrong with you?
Oh, you
For
can
real?
cut. You can say all the words.
Okay.
This isn't TikTok. Use all the words you need
Say
to.
all
Sure
those
enough.
words, Sonia.
All right. So what the fuck is wrong with you for real? You never gave me any indication that you didn't want to speak with me. In fact, you asked me to watch some videos and get back to you. I was kind to you, you freak snake.
Freak snake?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Freak snake?
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh
Mm-mm.
my
Yeah.
God.
Then it says, wow, what the fuck did I do to deserve that shitty video you just put out? Seeking brownie points with MJ? No. You think you're smart, don't you? You're about as sharp as a box of marbles. Take that shit down.
No.
Wow.
No, actually it also talks about Brat and everything, so no, I'm not going to take anything down.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to have my own opinion on things, and especially how you came at me, like right from the get-go. No, I don't appreciate it. I'm not the one to fuck with that. Like, I'm sorry. No. So, and I trust my gut. So, and like I told her, like I told Crime Sleuthin, I said, I trust my gut. Like, it took me like 2 months to figure out Brat was, not my cup of tea. So, I left and, and I saw it from Crime Sleuthin like day 1. So, no, I'm good. Like, I trust myself. But anyway, so it says there was nothing wrong with my email. I was just touching base. I asked how you felt about the live and asked if you were going to still be going on over there because you said you would just hold on. I'm like, because you said you would be, but then she announced her live with Brat. After I invited you on, you told me you would be going on hers first and we're staying neutral between us.
And sorry. Yes. Why the fuck do you get to dictate when Sonia's coming on my channel? Like, do you hear this? Like, you didn't go on Melissa's fast enough. You didn't go on Melissa. Why is she having Brat on first? Why is it your fucking business? And yes, she did say she wanted to stay neutral, yet every fucking email you have sent her has been about me.
Right. So what? Hypocrite. Anyways.
Oh
my God.
She's like, and then she's like, which I respected and still emailed you with you more. Okay. You asked me to watch certain videos of yours and get back to you. Well, no, if you go back, it'll be her like saying, oh, I watched your video. It was really good. No. I said, well, I have more if you want to watch them. Like, that's all I said. Like, I mean, I didn't like promote myself.
Yeah, there's the twist. She
like,
definitely
just go watch them yourself.
Right.
Like, I mean, you're gonna anyways. I didn't get back to you and never invited you again, did I? No, you didn't, and thank God, because I would have said no anyways again. So get a clue. I had already changed my mind, and you agreed not to share any of our private emails. I never agreed to nothing. There's nowhere does it say I'm not going to tell anybody this.
I have the entire thread. I have the entire
I know. So what a snake move. By the way, your channel looks like obsessive bad juju, and that's why I never invited you again.
So she's asking twice. She asked the first time when she asked you on, she's playing from your channel. She's dropping it, she's promoting you. And then again, she's like, I want to make a rebuttal about Brat. Can I use your stuff? Where'd you get it from? So you did the same with me. You were promoting me. You even got blocked from Drunk Turkey Show for saying, go watch Melissa's coverage for Kim's live. But the moment that I call you out, now you want to drag in our coverage too? That's a shady move, Crime Sleuthin.
It is shady.
her last line is, "Bye, have fun with your karma." But I'm not worried about that. My karma's quite nice. Um, I mean, I'm a good person, and I just don't put up with shit. And it's that simple. I mean, I'm not going to apologize for, defending Brad when it comes to the messages. I don't like Brad. Like, I used to love Brad. Like,
I respect, and I said that to you privately. I said, thank you, because it must not have been, I don't know Sonia that well, but especially when we first started talking, she shared, with me, her stuff, and she has a personal issue with Brat, yet she at least gave me enough grace and trusted me enough with my word when I said, I'm not throwing you under the bus. Yes, I'm going to speak to Brat, but that doesn't mean I would ever share anything that you shared with me, or I'm not just going pro Brat. And even with somebody trying to take your mind and get into your head, she showed me enough grace to hold me by my word and allow me to do that. And the same thing with you having an issue with Brad. I've seen you say multiple times, I've seen you apologize when you feel like you've done something wrong. And I feel you acknowledge when you believe she's telling the truth. And not many people can do that.
Yeah, and I mean, that's because I knew Brad, like, when she first started. She had come to my comment section, and when it was about Enon, because at one point, that's her and I clicked, because I had an Enon little speculation going on, and so did she. So her and I clicked for, like, the first, week. It was nonstop Enon, so, but I mean, and no matter what, I'll always, respect her to that point. She's very smart, but I caught on to that. She's very smart, very, a little manipulative, maybe a lot, but a lot of people believe her, and that's okay. But I mean, everybody will see it for themselves. But I mean, I will never, ever, ever say, oh, those messages are fake. No, they're not. They're not. They're,
I don't know. Why'd she have to drag you into Crime Sleuthin? The moment that she said, I want to stay neutral, and I could pull up my email because she said the same thing to me, and I said, good, you should stay neutral, stay out of it, in a nice way, but stay out of it. It's not on you. Why couldn't you just respect that? Why is every email? Why'd you even have to reach out last night and ask her what my thoughts are with me? It is very obvious you are trying to get her to doubt me. Why?
It doesn't matter, Melissa, honestly. Honestly, it doesn't even, I don't even care to get the answer, because she's just going to tiptoe and, no. I mean, it is what it is. She's not a nice person. I mean, she can't have somebody have their own mind. Me, I mean. Come on. But I'm not one that's going to get, bullied into doing a certain thing or feeling a certain way about somebody.
She hates it. She thought, in my opinion, that with your history with Brat and your feelings, that she was going to be able to get you to turn right on me. That's why she was trying to have you on that night, is because she knew even you being up on her panel while debunking me, it was going to be see, now I got Sonia. That's what, it's petty.
Well, I'm glad my angels, she wants to talk about my karma, but I'm glad my angels always got my back, because they told me, don't check your email. I checked my email the next day, though. How funny. I never go into my Gmail, and so at that point I told her what my Hotmail was, because that's my main. So, I'm just email me there, because this is before I even knew what kind of person she was, really. And then you saw the rest, but I'm not even worried about it.
They're so manipulative, though. To think that you'll be able to pit these two creators against each other because you thought, not that you knew, you just thought Melissa had, joined Team Brat or something. This is wild.
I even put out a video this morning, Melissa. I don't know if you saw it. It's it was another 3-minute one. I said, do I think that Brat will be able to manipulate Melissa? No, I don't think so. But I did mention that. I don't know if you saw that one. I did talk about it.
I came in here halfway through when she was playing her video. I was like, that's Sonia!
Oh, that was yesterday? Okay. That's my TikTok?
I'm going to go back and watch the full thing. But you're allowing me, you're not just jumping to conclusions, and you're allowing me, and we don't, like I said, we don't know each other that well, so that rapport wasn't really built, that trust wasn't built, but you gave me enough room to, all right, she gave me her word. It is what it is. You know, like last night, it was giving her a chance to respond, not trying to convince anybody what she's saying is true. Debunk the few things that I can confirm, you know, like that she did show me. And it wasn't supposed to be a debunking live, a battling live. It was giving her her space to answer questions, and that's that, you know, like, but Crime Sleuthin clearly doesn't understand that.
Yeah, and like, you know, yesterday, and I knew what your goal was for your live with her, so that's why you never saw me. I was there the whole time, but I didn't say shit because there were some times I started typing and then I just erased it. Yeah. But I didn't there's a lot of times I would like argue with her, kind of like I would start typing and I'm like, okay, no, I'm not going to put that there because there was like some things that are contradicting. But anyways, so I'm like, okay, well, I won't say anything because that's not today's goal. So I just want Brat to say her side. And I knew you had, I trusted your intention with yesterday's live. Like, that's why I gave you, I'm telling you, and who am I? But I mean, it is what it is. And you handled yourself really well last night, by the way.
She did. And like you had said when you had that rabbit chick up on your panel, MJ, it's like, I'm not co-signing everything this woman's saying. I haven't even had the time to look into it or vet it. Right. I'm just giving her the chance to speak. And that's kind of how I felt it was with Brat. She's telling her side of the story. It doesn't mean we have to believe her side of the story, but we can believe the proof that is, she's putting out about
she did show some receipts, and I wanted to share that part. And you don't have to believe the explanation that comes with it or this or that, but she had her chance, and it's the right thing to do as a creator, in my opinion. And I'm still learning, because I wouldn't normally do that. So last night was different for me, but it was get all sides out, and you have your side, Sonia, and character analysis has her side, and everyone has their own sides, and everyone just be able to share it without getting nasty with one another. And that's that.
And I did see character analysis call her out a few times, but it wasn't hateful. I know that there were people saying, oh, it's hate. It wasn't. She was just saying, wait a second. Yeah. That's not how that went down.
Well, character analysis did not like me either whenever me and Brat were hanging out. Well, actually, she didn't like me from a little before that, because I've been around for a while before Brat even came into the picture, so character analysis didn't like me. But it is what it is, and
we don't all have to like each other. That's okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so I don't know. I haven't heard from her or about her or anything for a while, so I like it that way. I mean, I'm not here to make enemies or anything. And I'm not here to do anything per se. I'm just here to share, because a lot of people are wondering, where did Brat come from? Well, I know where she came from,
Yep.
So that's all I have. Anything past Dot, Linda Lane, I know nothing about any of that. I wasn't in the picture. So I can only explain before that. So
I'm just sorry that you're getting dragged into it to begin with,
Yeah. I really am. And I do think that it's very telling. Melissa's reply to you saying, I'm not taking sides, or I don't want to be involved, and her reply to, I don't want to be involved. It's extremely telling.
Okay, but just know she's a snake and she's going to come out. That's not saying neutral, Crime Sleuthin.
But then to continue to email you stuff and say, hey, this and hey, that. It's like, wait, did you not hear her the first time when she said, I don't want to be involved in that?
And waiting to see when my interview is with Sonia. I remember what days you told me, Sonia. I'm not, you don't know what we're planning. You don't know what, just back off. It's not your business.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. I don't waste my time with people like that. I just don't get courtsy. My cat's deaf, so if ever I'm on a live and he's meowing, it's because he's meowing behind me, and he's deaf and he meows really loud. But
I'm loud, so.
But anyways, I don't know. It's none of her business. Anyways.
No. It's not.
I'm sorry that she's emailing you like that. That is insane. I think several of us in here have gotten some of those long ranting emails, and it's wild. It becomes a lot. It does become a lot.
Why does she do that? Why is she doing that to so many people?
I don't know.
I should send her some Reiki.
Yep.
She might need some healing.
Crystal. She needs a crystal. But I think she handles things privately because she's trying to. The way she begged you not to share it is because she knew if I found out that, like, that's messed up. You are really trying to reach out to other creators and to sabotage.
She never begged me not to share anything, though. We never even discussed.
She said, please keep this private between us. Da, da, da. And that's because you knew what you were doing was wrong, Crime Sleuthin. You knew what you were doing was wrong. And
I can only keep it secret for a little bit, until you piss me off enough.
Well, and we knew about this, but waited, and all you had to do was stop. If you didn't keep going, it would never even come out. But again, you reached out last night, and you're still like, why are you doing that? You just can't help yourself.
Is she in chat now? She must be, right?
No, I don't think she'll comment here at all anymore. She says that we harassed and attacked her, and what was it, dogpiled on her, and all this stuff, but that didn't happen. And she knows it.
So she just like watches the replay or whatever.
No,
I'm sure she's in here with a different account.
When I told you shit was blowing up privately on another channel, not privately. I told you shit was blowing up with the Crime Sleuthin, and there was like that was here.
Yeah.
And
shit. Okay.
The link. And we went back and forth over these damn messages, and then like the Kara situation and all this for 20 hours. It was like 20 hours of 3 panels. It was crazy.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why it was so funny when she said to you that like I had to show the proof and to prove them wrong. It's like you didn't prove anyone wrong though. That's
shit. We just wanted to move on because we were tired of you putting stuff out, us addressing it, and then you cry victim and that you're gonna sue us, and then you're doing this privately. Just stop.
Yeah, and this is probably as far as I'm gonna go talking about her. Like, I mean, whatever. Like I said, I don't waste my time. But I mean, I just I got the email and I was listening to you guys, and I'm like, oh well, maybe I will go in because I want to address it once and once only.
Yeah. I've been waiting to address this email, and I was sitting up here and I was messaging you. I was like, I'm waiting for permission. Because I didn't want to read the email.
You got it. But I mean, I just hope she actually doesn't email me again. And that's all. I have nothing to say to her.
Yep. Well, I hope so. And thank you for letting me share it.
Thank you for filling us in on that. I'm glad I saw your video before my live.
Yeah.
And you had just posted it. I had seen the first one about Brat, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the Brat situation that took place on MJ's last night. And so, I'm glad you made that video. I could kind of reference it to discuss, the timeline of the messages and things like that. And then I saw the one towards Crime Sleuthin. I'm like, oh no, what has she gotten herself into again?
Yeah.
Sweet baby Fred is right, Tia. Sweet baby Fred. Wow.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I'm going to head out because I have to go to an Easter dinner, but I wanted to just come on and I will root you guys from the distance here.
Thank you, Sonia.
Thank you, Sonia.
Have fun at your Easter dinner.
Yes,
and
have a good dinner.
I'm sorry that she tried to pitch you against
They know.
creator.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So, all right. And don't let her bother you, Melissa.
Yeah,
She's going to continue. I think you're showing her you're not to be messed with, in that kind of aspect. So that's great. Keep on. And I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I was trying to find that timestamp in that video because I know a lot of people, you mentioned the United Cajun Navy stuff.
Yes, I wanted to get into that, but real quickly, then she makes her community post yesterday, which was, I do not know or care how Brat or Sydney faked the messages, but she did. So wait, now you don't know? But wait, you said
you told us.
He told you specifically which fucking app was used. So this is what I mean.
Wait, she did on this panel.
Yes. She literally said, this is the one he told me was used. So now, do you realize that's a problem? The truth doesn't change. It's supposed to remain consistent. So the fact that you go from some are fabricated, not all, to all were fabricating. It's a fake screen recording app, to, oh, I believe she may have messaged him and he responded and then nothing else, to now, I don't know how it was created. Why? Why is the truth changing? And she said, the fact is, Steve saw all of the leaked messages and stated he never spoke with her and that the messages were proven fake. He's not lying. Brat is. She's worse than Dot and Kim combined and was involved in all of that as well. It's disgusting to continue pushing this lie for clicks and views. I'm not perfect, but at least I have and show proper care and respect for victims and their families. Spreading this lie hurts the Goncalves family. They're going through enough. For fuck's sake, stop it. Yet wasn't it you who battled me and said none of these messages can hurt anything because they're not real?
Because they're not real. That's what you said.
Yep.
Wolfie, thank you, love. MJ doesn't want you, and or you cannot have her skin. Thank you, Wolfie. Oh,
she's a freak, a snake. Freak snake.
I can't believe she called her a freak snake.
Freak snake.
Jules, you're right. You're right. Absolutely right.
Sonia. So yeah, can we talk a little bit about, for somebody who is so mad, because she's mad that, like, I showed messages between her and Shay, and then she's mad that Sonia shared emails with me. Can we talk a little bit about what she did with the Cajun Navy? Because she still is doing this shit.
Yes, but I'm not going to show her video because I'm not going to get struck again. So we're going to have the peen screen up and play this audio here.
Perfect.
Real quick. This is on her live that she did a couple days ago.
Make sure my volume on it is all the way up here too. Yeah.
Well, do you want to give a little context first?
Yeah, why don't you? So she actually, I thought it was going to be a really good live. She was going to, she proved, this was wild. She proved at the beginning of her live that the United Cajun Navy was different than the one JLR was speaking on. And totally debunked a lot of stuff. She was supposed to have this Todd Terrell, who's part of the United Cajun Navy, up there.
An exclusive guest,
And the chat was not having it. JLR had sent his trolls over, or if he hadn't sent his trolls over, then people that are fully believing of JLR were in the chat, and maybe she didn't have any mods or something. I don't know what was going on, but the chat was devouring her and devouring the United Cajun Navy, and they were not deleting it quick enough. And so Todd was seeing this as she's laying this all out, and she's supposed to have this Todd guy up to speak and share his side of the story. And he's seeing everything laid out, and he decides, nope, I'm not going up there. I am not going. Oh, right. Crime Sleuthin's here. Probably tell me I can't play her video.
Perfect.
No.
Freak snake.
I just want to know if you come, I want to see you type it in my back chat first. If I allow you on this panel, you're not going to run around saying you're being harassed and bullied and dogpiled. Like, I'm hesitant to even allow her on the panel because of the stuff that she said afterwards.
Yeah, sorry, that was my bad because I said she should, and I'm sorry.
No. And I just want to know, because I'm not going to be drugged through the mud again saying that you were dogpiled if I allow you up here.
Type freak snake in the chat if you want to come up and you're not going to cry victim.
I just don't want to deal with that again.
Mm-hmm. Well, so it was supposed to be this exclusive interview, which probably would have been a good one, like you're saying, because the whole controversy that's going on.
She did a great job on the first part of it.
I didn't watch the live, but I know it went from supposing to hold this person on this panel with one narrative, but then quickly switched it to another narrative when he didn't agree to come on panel, and then noticed the backlash she was getting, so switched it up, and then it's revealed that,
hello, Wolfie and Crime Sleuthin.
Oh, hello.
The password, I guess, in the back is freak snakes. That's
freak
what
snake.
Put in the back.
Well, you said dog pile, and she said I need to be called like a dog, so I figured.
What up?
So am I hearing you correctly? Did you just say that I am an alt account? Stop the grift?
I don't. Who said that?
I said you're talking to your alt.
I have no other accounts other than my brand new one that I just made for my second channel, which you're well aware of because you copied from that. And
What?
I'm going to be showing that on the new channel.
I copied from what?
You did. But anyway.
Wait.
I am not.
Let's go back a second. I copied from what?
On my new channel, in the description, I put Buckle Up Buttercups.
Oh,
Guess what
honey.
you put on your live last night?
I'm Sleuthin. Okay.
I'm
We're
just
doing
saying,
this?
if you want to do
I'm
the tit for
Sleuthin.
tat
I'm
image of
Sleuthin. Go back into my descriptions. Probably once a fucking week. I have that in my description.
Whatever.
Honey.
It is the point.
so-
Do you understand the point? Do you understand the
No.
point that some of us use and say the same thing?
No, I don't
It's-
understand.
I mean,
You don't
your
have to raise your
point.
voice at her, ma'am.
It is the
You can speak to
point.
her like an adult.
You're not.
You
you're
don't.
not
You
busting.
don't need to speak to her
Anybody
like that.
No.
who usually watches my
then
hold on. Anybody
I-
who usually is
Don't
here
tell
that
me to hold on.
watches.
I am
Oh
going to
my
add my
God.
say, and then I'm gone. I am not going to sit here and have.
Why are you reaching out to
this-
people
yeah,
privately trying to ruin my relationships?
That is a lie.
Oh
I can say
we just
whatever
read
I want
it.
in private. No.
no, we didn't. Are those not your emails?
What were you just reading, by the way?
Your
emails.
No, you were not reading my emails.
Oh really?
Yours and Sonia's emails. So you're saying that Sonia's lying and those are not your emails?
What was the one that you said the subject line was you're getting played?
Oh, you know damn well the difference of when I said the one email from a burner account versus the 12 from your actual account. Did you not email Sonia?
Yes, I emailed.
Why are you trying to
Sonia.
sabotage my
do not-
relationship with
I
her?
did not email anybody under
Okay.
any fucking burner account.
Okay, put aside that one burner.
Nor
Why
am
are
I
you
Hey,
emailing
look,
sorry.
hold on.
I have every
Well, when
right
you-
to
when
get
you
up
start
here
using
and
the
make
cuss
that
words-
clear.
Excuse me. When you start using those cuss words, don't cry victim later, okay?
I'm not crying victim.
You
But
do.
it ha-
You
but
are.
you have
You're
to-
sitting up here lying about me.
No, I'm not.
Melissa Jade, you're the one that is starting to scare me with your creepy shit following me all around.
Crime Sleuthin,
How
you're
many-
okay. Sonia,
And
can I pull up the
receiving my
physical
private
emails?
emails from Sonia. She said she forwarded you all of our emails.
Because you are stalking me, lady.
I am not. We were
You're
having a
watching-
conversation. So
Okay,
I'm
Sonia, I
gonna
can pull up.
guess
Okay,
that
I'm gonna
she
pull
might
them
not
up.
have-
I'm gonna pull them up for a visual.
I am going to guess that she didn't send them all, and I want to make the point.
She actually
perfectly
did. It
clear.
was forwarded as a thread. She literally
How
forwarded the
how
thread.
many threads did she send you? Because I'm looking at the
my
emails.
dear Lord, are you or are
We're
you
comparing.
not
Okay, let's count them.
emailing
Let's just clear it
Sonia?
all up while we're here. Are they all
trying to
emails?
get in her head about me? It's a yes or no, because I'm gonna pull up my email back to Sonia
No, I can
where
speak
I
my
said, "Good,
opinion.
stay out of it."
I can speak my opinion with. with a
Please
person
please
anytime
don't
I
share
want
it.
to.
You're trying to
You
lead
have
her
been
to
doing
believe
the same thing
I'm
on this
ha-
channel
Oh my God.
day after day after day. You cannot get my name out of your mouth.
Day after day after day. I don't even go live every day.
She's responding.
the same
It's
way
called
I did 5
responding.
lives about her. I know.
You're ridiculous. I mean, it's literally laughable at this point.
oh, I did.
Sonia,
Carmela,
I
did.
told Sonia I would not share her private messages, and I asked her the same. She is the one that responded back and gave me her other email address and asked me to email her. She never once gave me any indication whatsoever.
it's
Do you
with-
not have that email
you
where she
can
asked me
talk.
to email her?
Crime Sleuthin, do you not understand the fucking difference? Talk to her about whatever you want, but you're talking about me.
I
Did
don't-
you watch Melissa's last
Look
night?
it up, Buttercup.
Will
I can
you
talk
let me
about whoever I want.
respond? Can you let me respond? The problem is you're not talking to Sonia as a friend, as a creator to creator about your own shit. You are watching my
Oh my
stuff.
God.
Let
I
me
think I brought
finish.
you up twice. You're
Twice?
crazy.
I'm pulling them up.
I'm not sure what she sent you, but our topic of conversation was not about you most of the time.
Oh yeah?
I warned her
Most
about
of the time.
you.
Most
You-
of the time.
Why
If
was it
you
about me?
if Sonya's okay with them, you could just pull them up.
Yeah.
If you want, MJ.
No,
and
I
then you
don't
can
give
see them.
permission for.
I
my
don't give a
emails to
shit.
be
They're not
shared.
your emails.
They're
They are
Sonya's.
Sonya's.
No,
or
I
Sonya,
said
however
in
you
the
want to say it. They're
emails,
hers.
I will not share your emails. Do not share my emails. But she did it anyway. So everybody remember, that's the type of person that
Did
she
Todd agree to being
That's what I was
recorded?
about to ask. How did Todd
Just
feel?
like
Did
you are.
Todd agree to being recorded when you played his?
In the
And you
state
said
of
it was a one-party
Oklahoma,
state.
Oh,
Yep,
well,
yep,
in
there
the
you go.
state of
fully
here,
legal
one
to record and do whatever
Okay,
we want
wait,
with our
you're-
phone calls.
Wait. Pause.
You're comparing
Just
apples and
pause.
oranges.
You
You're
are
comparing
comparing
apples
apples
and
and oranges here too. You're trying to
No.
skate by on a semantic there, on the fact that, well, I live in a state where I can legally do that. Is there
That is
laws
true.
about emails? Is there laws where you can show emails or not? I don't think there's any law against her showing it. So
It's called decency.
I said, "Oh, I'm not surprised, Debbie."
well, she feels like you have betrayed her, and so she's like, look, this is what this chick is doing.
To her.
Let me read to you what my response was when she said you emailed her. Okay, Debbie emailed me last night about you. And she says I want to stay neutral. Let me finish. Can you not let someone else speak?
Yeah, just take your turn. It's so easy to just take turns. And this is where you claim that people are dogpiling you. And all we're asking for is for everybody to calm down, breathe, and take turns in speaking.
She's just gaslighting.
You couldn't even let me finish that sentence. Do you realize that? Like, you wouldn't even let me completely
You guys are master gaslighting. Just go with it.
Master gaslighting. I am just did it again. She did. Like, I'm seriously just asking if you can calm down, have an adult conversation, take turns in speaking, and go one at a time. And you're calling me a gaslighter for asking if we can take turns in speaking.
Okay,
are you serious?
I can do that.
You did it again.
But, well, there may be an audio delay. I can't help that.
No, there's not.
Whatever.
Oh, see how quick you said whatever? Bitch, there's no delay.
But she's up here straight lying about me, and I'm supposed to just calm down.
You don't have to take it. You don't have to calm down, but it's you want to say you're being dogpiled and you're being gaslit, you're being manipulated, but you won't even let people get out a complete thought. Let a complete sentence finish, and then you can have your turn.
She's been running her stupid mouth for a long time up here lying about me.
Why do you have to say her stupid mouth? Why
I can say whatever I want.
Well, then don't cry when somebody goes back at you and responds.
Hateful mouth. How about big hateful mouth? Is that better?
Am I lying?
That is better. I mean,
you are
lying. You want to be.
I am not any other alts. I'm not Stop the Grift.
Yeah,
I don't have any burner emails.
I'm embarrassed for you. But can I read this now?
You're ridiculous.
Okay, thank you. Can I read this now? I'm not the one trying to sabotage your relationships and your business behind the scenes. That's what you're doing to me. If you do not stop, it's going to be a problem.
Oh, okay.
I'm not surprised Debbie messaged you. She knows I like you. And having you on would just help her give credibility. This is you trying to reach out to Sonya to have her on that third live where you're talking shit about me. But my issues are not your issues and would never expect them to be. You responded differently when she asked you, I don't want to be involved. I want to be neutral. So let's take a look at what your responses were, okay? You want to say you're creeped out by me? You are salivating, watching every move I make. And then behind the scenes, you are reaching out, trying to sabotage my relationships with other creators, get in their head. They're telling you, I don't even agree with you. I believe these messages are legit. And you're trying to convince her. And then even last night, what'd you think of Melissa? Bitch, go do
I didn't ask what she thought of you.
Go.
I did not ask her what she thought of you.
Why do you care what I'm doing on my live? Why do you care about? Go do your thing.
She read my email on her video. I didn't say anything about you other
you're
than
watching you're asking her, why haven't you gone on for an interview yet? I'm watching.
I didn't ask her that.
Brat on. Bitch,
you're twisting
business.
You're twisting.
Then I will pull up the full thing so I cannot twist, baby. So let's go for it.
That'll work. Black and white can't be twisted.
Did she tell you that she told me to email her?
What does that have to do with It's
You're
you
acting
bringing me up.
We were emailing equal back and forth.
But
In
it's
fact,
you bringing me
in
up.
fact-
It's the context of the emails.
Melissa,
You're bringing me up
in
all
fact-
the time.
She emailed me more emails than I emailed her.
But what were the context? Were they me? Or were you bringing up me?
No.
No what?
You know what? I'm gonna handle this on my own. You know what?
Stop
I
with the
am gonna handle this
self-promoting.
on
Go
my
handle
own.
it on your own then. Go handle it on your own. Why are you here
Ridiculous.
then?
Oh, Sonia
You're
says you did. She
slandering.
did not email you more.
Oh, no. There's at least 2 or 3 of her emails that I didn't even respond to.
She said, "Don't even
But
lie." Oh hell no!
No, you're the liar, Sonia. You're a snake for sharing private.
You emailed
emails.
me.
Snake
She said
freak.
you emailed her.
I
first.
emailed her first, but then she turned around and said, "Hey, email me at this other email address." So I did,
Didn't you?
and
just
I've got
say
all the emails and everything.
you said she wanted you to email her. You said she wanted you to.
I
email
didn't
her.
say that either. You guys.
What did you just say? No, okay. First of all, I thought you had said that she had emailed you first, but then I was
No.
thinking, no, you said she wanted you to email her. Is that not what you just said?
She wanted me to email her at this
Okay,
other email.
So why do you
address.
say like I'm twisting what you said? It's literally what you just said.
Oh my god.
Okay, sorry. Oh goodness, you emailed me on Gmail. Sonia said.
I think I emailed her off of her channel email, and then she gave me a different email and said, "Hey, email me over here." And I did, and we just emailed back and forth about several different topics.
Didn't show
I
them.
told you to
I can
email
say
me
what-
to Hotmail since it's my main.
Exactly,
Yep, you
and
did just
I
say
did.
that. Okay, but that doesn't mean
And-
she like reached out to you and asked you
I
to email
never
her.
said she reached out to me and asked me to email her. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, we're
It's
getting
like
it up.
talking
Don't
to
worry.
a brick wall.
Yeah, like you're making me concerned. I told you this weeks ago.
I
Why-
don't care if you're concerned. I can have a private conversation with whomever
yes, you
I
can.
please.
Yes,
If
you
that
can.
person- how
But
many
you
of your
can't-
recent emails have been trash about me?
My
I don't know, and
Girl,
I really don't
Girl,
care. I
I
don't care.
need to
I don't
Are you gonna let someone
care.
speak?
You
I don't-
can trash me all
I'm not
you
trashing.
want.
Okay,
I don't
please,
care.
everybody in the chat. Am I trashing her, or are you going out of your
I'm
way
talking about
privately?
in your private communications.
With
I have a right to have a private conversation.
Yes,
That
you
other
went to
person has
Sonia.
no right
Okay.
to share those, especially when I
sharing them.
specifically told her, don't share my messages.
What did you ask Todd when you recorded the call and played it on YouTube? Why did
See,
you even
you
go to
went
law
right back to
enforcement?
that. That's deflection.
It's not
I
deflecting.
know Oklahoma law.
It's a two-person email. She is allowed. She gave me permission.
But you're purposely reaching out to people to sabotage Melissa
I didn't
and what she
reach
does
out
on her
to her
channel.
to
Let
do
me
that,
finish
Wolfie.
talking.
You guys can do and think.
And these
whatever
are
you
actually
want.
my emails now. They were forwarded to me in my inbox.
Well, you know what? That's on you. That shows what kind of people you guys
No,
are.
you
And I'm so
recorded a
glad.
call
I'm so
just
glad
2
that I
days
am
ago.
not like any of you.
No, you're not. You girl,
None
you're
of you.
not.
I'm
You're
so
not.
glad you're not like me either. I'm not like you.
I don't care what you have to say, Wolfie. I just don't care.
I don't care either. I'm still gonna tell you.
I don't care. I'm not hearing it.
Well,
Okay.
you
I'm
just
not
heard it,
hearing
didn't
it.
you? Because you
No,
responded.
I'm not hearing you at all.
Okay, well, you're responding, so
Dude,
you
you're
hear
a
me.
child. Okay.
It's very much.
I'm a child. You're up here accusing me of
Oh, I thought
having
you. I
alt
thought you
account.
weren't listening. I
Girl.
thought you weren't listening.
I'm talking
Close
to
your
BJ.
ears.
That's your alt account. Okay, it's not. Okay. All right, no problem.
Wow.
So on the 13th, you
Right.
All right.
I don't know where the first one is where you were asking.
I don't
her. I'm
give
sure she
permission
gets-
for this. This is bullshit.
Oh
You
my
know it.
God. Are you
I'm sure
gonna
Todd didn't
stop?
either. Suck
If-
it up,
if
Buttercup.
you-
Isn't that what you just said? Suck it up, Buttercup.
You are going to.
I'm not twisting. It's on the fucking screen. Okay.
I
Would
see
you like
what
to
you're
read it?
doing. I see what you're
Sorry.
doing. You're going to pick and choose. You're not going to
No,
share.
I screenshotted the thread.
This is ridiculous.
I
You know this is wrong.
screenshotted the thread.
You know that this is wrong and snaky. But you do you, boo. You do you.
Sorry, Morgan needed to talk to me for a second, so I kind of missed the whole end of that. She'd get a little mad that you're sharing the emails that she told you you're twisting, huh?
I already read them, but now
There
I'm
they
gonna
are.
go through them because fuck you.
Because you can't argue with what's right there in black and white.
March
Wow.
13th. This is Crime Sleuth had originally reached out, asked Sonia to come on. Sonia didn't open it until the next day. And so Crime Sleuthin says, thanks for emailing me back. I would love to have you on or just have a chat sometime about Brat. I'd love to get to the truth as to who all was involved in spreading the crazy stuff, like the root of it all, which I suspect may have been started by anonymous trolls on 4chan and Reddit, and someone ran with those. I don't know. Thanks for watching the live. Whether or not we could see the whole page doesn't really matter as far as the scrolling on the mouse pad thing. Steve said he never had a conversation with her at all, so I think that video, she either fully created it or did what I did, or created a fake private Gonzo account at the time and was messaging herself. She's just exploitative either way. So again, not somebody who seems certain in...
Bye.
What?
Sorry, I'm talking to my daughter real quick.
Oh, no, you're fine. So then, Sonia, hey, I promised Melissa I would go on her live because she does have my entire folder on my screen recordings and I've shared them with her. I know you and she don't get along, but like I told Melissa, I am going to stay neutral between you two because I'm not interested in being part of the calls drama. All I want to do is get my story out there, and Brat, in my opinion, is the one who started everything based on my most recent video that I posted yesterday. You can check that one out. Part one of many. Watch that and come back to me. So again, when you say, you told me to watch your videos, yeah, you're asking her about specific things. She said, well, I just posted these videos. You could go and watch it. It's not that hard. No worries. Will do. And you can see from Crime Sleuthin. No worries. Will do. And thank you for being neutral. But I'll only say this. Please be careful because she has been talking with Brat and believes her. And that
How did you... I'm sorry. I know she's going to say like her twisting with what she's saying here, but how else are you supposed to take that right there? She's been talking with Brat and believes her. So then you had no idea what Melissa believed, what she was thinking, none of that. You want to talk about manipulation and gaslighting? Like, what do you think this is right here? Right here in black and white.
Yep. And I didn't say it publicly yet. So like, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, you are very much watching and jumping on any opportunity. Please be careful because she has been talking with Brat and believes her. That with the dislike of me, she might try to bait you. And I have seen her twist words a lot. I had to say that because I wish someone would have warned me. I know you went through a lot with Brat, and I get it. I had an online friend jump the shark with the Idaho 4 case, and I walked away from her as well. We live and learn. Sometimes I repeat the same mistake twice just to make sure. LOL. So you're trying, you know I like Sonia. You know Sonia comes in my chat. And now Sonia made you aware. You guys watch. Sonia made her aware in that last email that she sent me all of Sonia, like she sent me all of her stuff between her and Brat, and she planned to come on for a live. That was not public knowledge. So yes, when I say that burner email is you, it's fucking you. I don't care. You could get as mad as you want about it, but when I pull that one up and I show that one, I want you guys to keep this in mind because nobody knew Sonia sent me that stuff. Nobody knew I was talking to Sonia, but Sonia shared it to Crime Sleuthin. So then...
It's pretty telling. Pretty telling.
And so Sonia's like, and I only cut out the email because Sonia's last name is in it, and I didn't want to include that. But they're not, these are the full emails. Well, I believe Brat too when it comes to talking to Steve. If you watch my entire videos, you will see why it's accurate. Many things Brat says I do not believe, but she did in fact speak with Steve. That's for sure is true. Sadly, and That is what makes it worse, because she did. She is discussing. As you can see, I don't care how many times Sonia emailed you. Was it about me? Look at the context of the emails. Did she even respond about me in any way? Did she take your bait of trying to open that door of paranoia? No. Okay.
I know, Ashley, it's the same stuff we just heard. But some people, I guess, need to see the proof in black and white.
Yeah. I'll leave this on the screen. I don't have to go over the whole thing, but it's there. You guys could see. This is now Crime Sleuthin challenging Sonia on, well, why do you believe the screen records are true? You know, why do you believe the messages? It's there. I don't need to read the whole thing. It has nothing to do with me. So,
but there's the thing, though, and this is what Sleuthin has said since jump about these messages, that some of them are legit.
Yeah.
He did respond to a couple messages, and that she made up the rest.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen her scrolling through it. It's just not feasible. It's not possible. I don't know why you're sticking with that and adamant about that.
Mm-hmm.
But go on, sorry.
But it's there. You guys can read it if you'd like full context. So this is Sonia responding to what she said. Again, listing the reasons of why she's, leading to believe that these are legit messages. There it is on screen. I'm not going to take the time to read it all again. It's right there. Okay. So then it's Crime Sleuthin saying, oh, I bet Brat lied to you about all of that. What I just made prove that these messages are fake. I read it all to you guys. I don't need to go over it again because I'm just looking at the ones about me. But here she is again, trying to convince Sonia. And in my opinion, you're trying to so desperately convince Sonia is because you want to get her on your side against me. You're trying to get her to battle me with you. That is what's happening here. So then this is Sonia responding to that. That screen recording was made way back last summer and was sent to Brune. I don't know if you've seen part 2 of... Oh, I'm sorry. This is still Crime Sleuthin. I'm sorry. This is part of this email. It's one long... So look, that screen recording was made way back right there. And so this is the second part of it. Again, all of the reasons of why she believes they are fake and trying to convince Sonia they are fake. And that's when Sonia responds. And if she did fake them, then Bloom and Steve need to sue her. She shouldn't be allowed to do this. I'm going to trust my gut. I trust in myself. That's okay. No problem. Then March 20th, Crime Sleuthin. Hello. Can I ask you a question? Are you still doing your interview with Melissa Jade? I don't know if you've seen, but she has now welcomed Brat aboard on her channel, and she fully believes her. How do you know what I believe and what I don't believe? Brat just came into my chat. That was it.
She wants to claim that that is gaslighting, manipulative bullshit. I think those were her exact words. What is this? What is this? That's all. Yep. That's all I gotta say. What do you call this then?
Yep. I'm allowed to speak to who I want. Fuck yeah, you are. You can talk shit about me if you want, but you're reaching out to creators I get along with, and you're trying to sabotage those relationships. That's the problem. Talk shit about me to your friends. You have every right to, but do not try to reach out to fellow creators to sabotage my business. That's different. And so she's now welcomed Brat aboard her channel, and she fully believes her. She's going to have her up to share her story, which I'll bet will include BS about you. Why'd you say that part? Why did you lead Sonia to believe I was going to have Brat up to talk about Sonia? Am I twisting that? So not only, you're not just talking shit about me, you're reaching out to her trying to sabotage my relationship with her. The receipts she's talking about are from Brat, and she believes her. I don't get it. Your videos prove she's a pathological liar, and she even accused Steve G. Why would anyone believe her? When did I said I believed any? Wait, oh my goodness.
Pause, but do you know what Sonia's videos also proved? They also proved that the messages are real. Exactly. Did you miss that part of her video?
Yep.
The link that you dropped and said, go watch Sonia's video. It's all legit. She knows her. She has all the answers. That same video also proved that these messages are real.
Mm-hmm. So your videos prove she's a pathological liar, and she even accused Steve. Why would anyone believe her? She's in her live chat spewing her nonsense. So you're emailing her while Brat is in my chat. You are watching in real time and you immediately reach out to try to sabotage. Like, what is wrong with you? So then you say, she's in her live chat spewing her nonsense. Be careful. MJ is vicious. I had to endure 2 weeks of torturous harassment and slander, and finally had to show my YouTube financials in studio to prove she lied about me too. Yet she hasn't retracted or apologized. I'm not the first one this has happened to. Please keep all of our emails private, because if Melissa finds out, this is what's going to happen, right? I do not share private anything without permission, and I ask the same. Well, the lie detector determined that was a lie because you just recorded Todd and released it on your fucking channel 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
If you want to play semantics over the fact that you live in a one-party state, what was it she said here? Where's it at?
Without permission, I do not share private anything.
Without permission. He didn't give permission. Your exact words are without permission. He didn't give it permission. He wasn't even asked.
Yep. He didn't even know he was being fucking recorded. You shady crime Slytherin bitch. I'm sorry.
What did Sonia said? She says, well, I apologize if I didn't pay attention to the part you asked me not to share, but I'm not sorry. You were talking about Melissa as proven throughout. You're like, these weren't mainly about you. There's a lot about you, girlfriend.
Yeah. It is what it is. Like, she asked you, I don't want to be involved. Why couldn't you just respect that? She wants to be neutral. So then, also, I'd like to make a short video just to highlight some of Brat's most egregious lies. Would it be okay with you if I use screenshots from your videos just on that topic, such as the beige Elantra? If you source them from elsewhere, could you point me in that direction? What would you consider to be her top 3 lies? Now, what I want you guys to also realize is that she is watching what I'm doing, seeing what I have plans to do, and then she's planning on, how do I make a video that directly contradicts Melissa? That is what you're doing. This is where your problem is. Instead of focusing on your own channel, your own content, I don't look at your channel and then decide, well, what am I going to do tonight? I just do my own thing. You don't. You are focused way too much on what others are doing and trying to intentionally go against them, and then you cry victim. So then, hold on. I got to screenshot the new chain. Hold on.
I know a snake when I see one. Oh. Common denominator has been crime Sleuthin since way back with leaking BHB stuff she did. Have you not learned? It's never worked. You always end up the one that looks, like, to think that these creators wouldn't eventually talk. That's the thing. And I'm sure you've done it on other, or there's the strong possibility that you've done it on others based on this, and they'll eventually talk too. It always comes out. She probably pulling shit with me during Kylie's case. It was intense with all the misinformation she was trying to give people, but we weren't taking it. Oh my.
Okay. Here we go. So then last night, hold on, I'm going to stop for a second so I could send these. Okay. So then you still just didn't let it fucking go. You then watched my live last night. Again, yes, you could talk to whoever you want about me, but she specifically asked not to get involved in this. And so then you reach out to her again last night and you say, how are you feeling about the MJ and Brat live on tonight? What happened to you going on as a guest? I've been watching for that and saw she had Brat on, which You are trying to get in Sonia's head to make her believe that I'm not going to have her on, that I kind of just ran with Brat and I'm leaving her in the dust. We can see what you're doing. You're not smart enough to use reverse psychology without it being fucking acknowledged. Like, I see what you're doing. I'm disappointed because I had already told Shay and MJ a month ago that this crap hurt the Goncalves family, and here they are doing it again. Brat doesn't deserve any respect or belief or a platform, in my opinion. Sonia says, I am aware. I will be going on eventually, but MJ needs to have Brat on her channel solo dolo. I will have my time to share my side of the story. I'm in no rush. Plus, I have to finish posting the parts of my chats with Brat on my channel. Again, none of your business when Sonia's coming on for an interview. I think you need to stop messaging me. I think you need to stop messaging me because it should be obvious that I am not on your side. I disagree with everything you do and put out, especially not knowing what is fact and shit that is fact that you're trying to debunk. Thanks.
Oh my god.
Oh my dear. Oh my dear.
Oh my gosh. That's
And then the last one is this, where Sonia read this. What the fuck is wrong with you? For Rizzle, you never gave me any indication. You never gave me any indication that you didn't want to speak with me. In fact, you asked me to watch some videos and get back to you. I was kind to you, you freaky snake. Which
there it is, the freak snake.
You came to Sonia. We just saw it. You came to Sonia. You asked specific parts of her story regarding Brat. And so all Sonia said was like, yeah, I just dropped a part 2. Like, you could go and see it for yourself. You're making it seem like she was like, oh, would you please go watch my video?
Yeah, that was really twisted.
Yes. And so, but maybe the indication that she didn't want to speak to you is when she said, yo, I don't want to get involved between you and Melissa, and you couldn't let it go. You still reached out about me numerous times. Wow, what the fuck did I do to deserve that shitty video you just put out? Seeking brownie points with MJ? You think you're smart, don't you? You're as sharp as a box of marbles. Take that shit down. There was nothing wrong with my email. I was just touching base. I asked you how you felt about the live, and I asked if you were going to still be going on over there because you said you would. But then she announced her live with Brat, which again, why is it your business who I have on and when I have on? Why do you need to be in the loop of when me and Sonia are planning on doing an interview? I invited you on. You told me you would be going on hers first and we're staying neutral between us, which I respected. Did you though? And still emailed with you more. You asked me to watch certain videos of yours and to get back to you. I didn't get back to you and never invited you again, did I? Maybe you didn't reach back out because you wanted to engage with me and it was clear she wasn't going to engage in shit talk with me, but you did reach back out. And then you reached back out again, both about me. So you did reach back out 2 more times about me.
Melissa, quit lying. None of the bulk of these messages are not about you. Quit gaslighting. Come on.
So get a clue. I had already changed my mind. I'm too cool for you now. And you agreed not to share any of our private emails. She never did, actually. You said, please don't share. She never agreed to anything. And you agreed not to share any of our private emails. So what a snake move. By the way, your channel looks obsessive, bad juju, and that's why I never invited you again. Bye. Have fun with your karma. So if her channel was so obsessed, why are you asking her to come on? Why are you asking to use her videos? What?
But we just read, she didn't agree to not share them. You did tell her don't share my emails, but she didn't agree to that.
Yep. And so when I say also, let me see how long ago after it was 11:28, and then Sonia's was at, oh my God, now Brat got an email 42 minutes after Crime Sleuthin sent the email to Sonia saying, you know, do you know that Brat's in Melissa's live right now? 42 minutes after Crime Sleuthin emails Sonia, trying to get Sonia to believe that I'm on Brat's side.
Oh, this is where she says that this isn't her. Quit trying to lie
Yes.
and say the burner email's not her. Got it.
42 minutes later, Brat gets an email, but it's from a burner email. Nothing is pulled up with this email, okay? And it's you are being played. I saw you in her chat and couldn't believe my eyes. You don't know her, do you? Melissa Jade is slick. She is playing you so hard right now and you are falling right into her trap. Why would you even dream that she would actually believe you in the end? No, she is getting everything she can from you and then will trash the living shit out of you. That's what she does. It's content for her, and she's trying to make a name for herself as the big bad debunk queen. She is friends with Sonia. She's in on this. Have a friend ask Sonia about Melissa Jade and their plans coming up. Take a wild guess where else everything you are handing over to her is going. She screen records all her calls too and will share every text you send. You think you're proving yourself, but every word and receipt is being saved to warp and use against you, and you will end up ostracized in all of YouTube, and the Goncalveses will have enough proof to sue you. Wake up. In my opinion, this was an attempt to get Brat to not come on my channel. Crime Sleuthin did not want Brat coming on my channel. She did not want to be debunked. But am I to believe that that's not you? That is 42 minutes after Sonia gets the email from you. That is a burner email. And what it states in that email is only knowledge you knew about. You knew I spoke to Sonia. You knew Sonia sent me her stuff. And you knew Sonia was coming on for an email. Nobody else. And you want to sit up here and pretend I'm gaslighting and that's not you. That is fucking you.
Come on. Now I kind of wish you would have rage quit, because I do want to know, like, what were you trying to say didn't happen here? Because everything that, you know, Melissa was claiming when you were up on panel, it's in these messages. It's in black and white. It's right there. And I don't know if that was to stop us from playing this next little bit, but we're still going to play it.
Oh, yeah. So
for
for somebody who's so mad about emails being shown, which, by the way, this isn't even on Sonia. They were forwarded to me. I'm now sharing emails in my own inbox. I don't need your permission, Crime Sleuthin. These aren't screenshots. These are my own emails now. So blame me. Don't blame Sonia. Number 2, she was supposed to have an exclusive guest on because, again, she has to get involved. Yes. She has to always get involved. But whatever, you know, she could do what she wants. And it was supposed to be pro Todd, who is involved in the Cajun Navy.
The United Cajun Navy. Yes. And like I said, I think she did a great job on the first part of it. She was debunking the claims that I'm sorry, I just don't like the
we lose ourselves in the spirit of things.